Hello and welcome everybody. I am your humble host Gavin the Kitty, and today I am playing Mega Man X3, and I'm actually going to have to reset my emulator because this game likes to crash after it plays the opening a couple times. But I have brought Casey with me today, and we will get caught up on chat in just a moment. Hello, Brainy Barky. And hello, Skylar. Welcome. We're already up to 3 people watching. People are ready for X3 today, I suppose. We are playing the PlayStation port. I am not playing this on the X Collection. I actually managed to get this running. So this is a proper version of X3 on the PlayStation. I found out yesterday that there was a bunch of minor changes done for the X Collection variant. So hopefully you'll get to catch them. And of course I brought Casey with me today.
For the second time you mentioned me. Hi everyone.
Yeah, she didn't say hi, so it didn't cross my mind. You want to scoot in a little bit?
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot in.
Yeah, she's got to scoot. I'm gonna let this FMV play a little bit. I have to use the American openings for all of this because guess what? The Japanese opening music and ending musics are copyright claimed to heck and back, so I cannot use it. But I love the openings for all of this stuff. Hello, Streaky. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, no, I love MegaManX, and so far in this series we've done X1, X2, and Extreme, and now we're doing X3. Tomorrow's stream should be Mega Man Extreme 2, if I've got the chance. But for now, we're doing X3, which is going to be a little bit of a hassle. This game was the final game made by Minakuchi Engineering. Minakuchi were the ones responsible for Mega Man 1, 3, 4, and 5 for Game Boy, and Mega Man The Wily Wars for Genesis. This was their final game ever created. They made a few other previous projects that I won't be covering, like Solar Striker for the Game Boy, and I think a few other minor projects. Most of the team, from what I can tell, either went to work at Capcom after the closure of Minakuchi, or they went to work for SNK and later moved on to DIMPS. So a lot of these people are still making games out there, or were at least influential in the gaming industry for a number of years after this. But this was their final project here, was the SNES and PlayStation ports of X3. And you can tell they got a budget for this one. Apparently, Keiji Inafune was very distressed when working on X4 because passing off X3 to a studio who he trusted with Game Boy games apparently didn't sit very well with him. But that's not going to be here or there on the quality. I actually think X3 is one of those games that gets ragged on a lot, but it's actually not half bad when you look at it. The biggest issue is going to be the final boss, but that's alright, because we got this going on. I do have a few improvements, specifically with 3D graphics, and you'll notice it right away. It's a lot sharper and cleaner than everything else. But we're just going to get into it as I double check my audio. Oh yeah, that is way too loud.
Let's turn that down a bit.
There are some weird audio balancing issues, so I can get close, but it's not going to be perfect. I do like a lot of these anime openings, though. I wish we would have gotten a full anime series with X and Zero, but instead we just got one OVA. I've got some improvements to the load times, so we're not going to be sitting here forever, so that's good. I've also got retro achievements on, so we are going to be seeing some achievements pop up beyond from what my test runs did. So Casey, what have you heard about X3?
I know nothing about X3.
That is a good place to stand in. So let me get into the story here. Actually, first up, how is the chat doing? How is everybody watching?
Somebody named Streaky saying yes, Mega Man.
Yeah, I read that out earlier.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
I'm behind chat.
Are you gonna put your headphones on and check out the music, or? Oh yeah, they're just around your neck.
Yeah, to look cool.
So, in this game, we had a new character called Dr. Doppler appear. He apparently found a cure to the Sigma virus. Sure he did. And his town was peaceful for a number of years, or at least months, and then all of a sudden a huge outbreak started. So, X and Zero go into the hunter base nearby and discover everybody who's been in this town has gone Maverick. Everybody who Dr. Doppler has had surgery on to make sure they didn't go Maverick are now going Maverick. The head of this base is Mac. I believe Mac is in the book that Casey's got. Casey's gonna flip through and try to find Mac real fast, because we don't actually have a whole lot of information on Mac. What's it say there? Anything?
Let's remember the 17th elite unit of the Maverick Hunters, Mac had gone missing, only to reemerge during Doppeltown's attack on the Hunter base.
So, yeah.
He had gone completely Maverick, and he captured X, as we just saw.
MammothMunt says, let's see the action. Well, we're getting to it. We're playing as Zero at the moment. This is the first playable appearance of Zero in the entire series, both the game development-wise as well as for the sake of this game. He's got 2 charge shots like X does in X2. He's also got this really nifty beam saber. I'm going to go ahead and charge up real quick. We're going to go take out Mac and save X real fast. We're going to be able to switch to Zero at any point in the game, but we're going to try not to, because that will actually make it significantly harder for us to face the final boss. The Zero Saber is, in fact, a one-hit KO for everything in the game except for Sigma, I believe. So, that's good. Hello, Felipe. Oh, hey, purple guy. No, that was Mac.
No, wrong game.
Wrong game.
Completely different franchise. Bulldogs, as together they bring superpower.
I suppose. So we're sitting at about 10 minutes today, and, yeah. I don't really know exactly what to talk about.
It's a giant dude.
So this guy can either play nice or not play nice.
So do we have any other information that you might know offhand about this guy?
He's a giant mechanoid. Other than that, I got nothing.
Sylveon Chan, followed by X5 and X7.
They said it's their most disliked game. Sylveon Chan, can we try to keep the hate to a minimum for this game? Because I actually think there's a lot of positives here that a lot of fans overlook. And I'd love to get into all of that. And I think starting with the fact that, one, this wasn't made by the main Capcom dev. This was made by Minakuchi. I think that changes a lot about the way I look at this game. The text boxes here are a little bit different than they were in X1 and X2. And that more or less boils down to they're wider. But, let's just jump right into Blizzard Buffalo. We got an animated cutscene here. I actually think this is my favorite way to do a opener for a boss. Ace the Bat Hound says, "How was your guys' days going?" Days was going. Okay, that's a weird way to put it, but my day's going just fine. My day's going just fine. We're just hitting your. Okay, Sylveon, can we chill with the hate for the game?
Your day is going terribly.
Well, try not to hate on this game, please. Because I've got a lot to say about this game, and a lot of positives, specifically when it comes to the environmental storytelling. Starting out, like, just look here. We've got these flying bots. They took out these buildings. Blizzard Buffalo froze over them. So now they're stuck like that. And could collapse at any moment.
Oh, I get what you mean by that.
Yeah, the openings there for all of the bosses when you select them, I actually think this is my favorite opening bit for all
Do
of
they
these.
do that again? I know.
No,
they
they didn't.
I know they do something very similar in X7. In
X-
terms of like, you know, they announce it and they show the character.
But they don't have an animated opening.
They don't have an animated opening that's
And
fully done.
Yeah, and that's what I like.
I like every Mega Man game. I want to keep on playing them, says Hot Dog.
Lovely. Well, I hope that I can showcase some more interesting ones. We did the entirety of the classic series over the last 2 months, and now we're getting started with X, and we're about a third of the way through.
Yeah.
We're starting on our next third. Right here, it'll be X. Right, I believe. Anyways, regardless. So, I have a lot to say about this game. This game is very different than the other 2X games. It's a lot harder. Things hit for a lot more damage. There is synergy between fighting and defeating each of the bosses and the stage gimmicks. There's 2 soundtracks for this game, a Super Nintendo and a PlayStation one. We're using the PlayStation game here because I just think overall it has a better sound quality, and I feel like it just plays a little better, but that could also just be me being a bit crazy. There is one problem here with the stage design. It locks the screen when you go in that dip down there, and you're not able to come back up and get this. So that was probably some poor placement, but not too bad. Looks like they're already jumping into later games. They're talking about X4 already.
Guys,
We'll get to X4 in 2 games. Come on. X4 is next week's game. Or later this week, if I can fit it in.
I know, but we gotta chill out. You guys are jumping the gun way too quickly.
Tornado Tunyon from X7. Yeah, they're going all in. So here's the dash boots for the max armor. This allows us to dash straight up in the air and in the left and right in the air. We're going to use this to get as basically everything. And if I forget that I have that upwards dash, it's probably for a good reason. It's because it never shows up again. And throughout the entire series, this is the one time X gets a straight up in the air dash. And it is the most useful tool in his arsenal. And I somehow still forget I have it.
Yeah, I won't lie to you guys, when literally yesterday, Gavin was trying to do an impossible jump by trying to dash jump instead of jumping up and
then doing an air dash, and I'm just, you know, fiddling around with that and not realizing, oh yeah, I can just fall.
Xavier says I returned to watch more MegaManX show.
Yeah, welcome.
Wrong one, Casey.
Wrong show.
It's a good one though.
It is. It's an alright one.
I like cheesy and corny humor. That's
Yeah,
his name.
but fully charged is better.
You still argue that point to this day. I do not blame you. Fully charged is good. I have nothing against it.
But you've never seen it.
I've never seen it, but I like it.
Seems like we've got some more people in chat. If you want to read chat out for a little bit
Oh,
while I get back to where I was
I
at.
will jump as many guns as I can. Sylvian says we're gonna see Zane and Gavin at home in this game.
No. Those 2 are not in this game. We have Bit and Bite. They are completely separate characters.
We're Zane and Gavin in what? The last game that we played?
Extreme, yeah. We destroyed them.
Said we never got an 8-way directional dash.
No, we did not. I think that's for the best though, because that would change. I think that makes X's movement a little bit too complicated. To put it best, I feel like that would make X into something of a Wario-like with its controls, and that doesn't fit for X design. But it would be really cool. I have tinkered around with the thought of it, but I was like, well, how do you differentiate upright, downright, and all of that with a D-pad when a player's inputs could be very easily misread with that.
Just give them diagonals. Because it's
Well,
X.
yeah, no. They can have or you mean just diagonals. I don't think that's really worth it. So here's Blizzard Buffalo. Yes, they misspelled his name on the opening intro screen. But all you have to do here is dash up into the air, and he won't see you. The AI will read X if he's on the ground and on the wall, but he won't read you if you are in the air. And you can stay in the air just long enough with the dash boots to actually make this a feasible strategy. It's actually the fastest strategy and one that speedrunners use. So
just give X the ability to wave dash. If we did, the game would be completely broken.
Yeah.
I mean, wave dashing, as useful as it is, especially on slippery surfaces such as ice, this stage would be pretty quick to beat.
Yeah, so got any facts on Blizzard Buffalo in there? Since we just finished up his stage.
I know that he was in the Long Maverick War, and he...
Well, open it up and read it, so he...
Well, you told me not to
Well, check
phrase
it
word from word.
Well, don't phrase it word for word, but make sure to double check yourself, because Long Maverick War doesn't sound like a thing to me. So... Felipe says they want to break the game. Alright, so after Blizzard Buffalo, we'll go straight into Toxic Seahorse.
I misremembered that. It says the Mavericks War long, painful history.
I see.
Well, if you really think about it, the war is pretty long. I mean, how many...
It's nearly 100 years.
Exactly, so it is pretty long. It's, Sea Toxic Horse.
Toxic Seahorse. So if you... Wait, no, that's going to be a different boss. So here... so this is Toxic Seahorse. We're at a dam where... dam water treatment plant. I know. So no, it actually is a dam, and it's a water treatment facility plant. However, it started spitting out toxic waste, and we're going to have to go stop Toxic Seahorse to fix the water. I don't remember exactly what all of the different bosses do to each of the other stages, but Toxic Seahorse is one that I think is negligible, if I remember correctly. I know Blast Hornet changes the appearance, the color and attributes of a specific enemy that we'll see later on in this stage, and it'll change it for every stage going forward. So there's a piece of health. It will respawn if you go off screen, but it won't if you've already collected. So there's some easy peasy facts. And up here is going to be our first heart container that we can get.
He's comprised of liquid metal. Interesting.
Yep.
So he's just the Terminator at this point.
A little bit. Toxic Seahorse has that feel. If you want to catch up on chat for a bit, because we got a lot of people going through.
Felipe said, seeing this guy makes me think something. Did we get a seahorse boss before just a horse?
No, we had
Centaur Man, but
we had Centaur Man in Mega Man 6, and then we had Flame Stag in X2, but there was no horse bosses before this. Specifically, no horse Mavericks. There was no horse Mavericks, Casey.
No, in terms of the series in general.
No, we did not have a horse boss before this point.
No, at all, is what I'm saying.
No.
Not thinking before this point.
And we don't have one in the future, I believe. I don't believe there
Mega
are...
Man 12 just comes out with a horse boss.
Well, that would be something. So, here we have one of the mini-bosses. This guy can be a little bit annoying if you're not ready for him, but he's usually pretty easy.
Centaur Man was secretly a Maverick and a woman. Okay, well, Maverick, no. No.
does the Skyver count because he's a Pegasus? If you want him to count, he can. I'm not that interested in talking about that, honestly. That's not something where I can say for definitive truth here. So the PlayStation port for X3 has been ported over one time on the X Collection. Here we're using a European copy of X3, translated into NTSC rules. Here's that enemy I was talking about. They turn green and don't have the homing shot, if I remember correctly. Or no, they do have a homing shot for the green variant. Some of the effects are negative, so.
Then again, everything is affected by your charge shot in this game as well.
Yeah, a lot of the enemies are affected by whether or not you're charging and whether or not you're dashing. I'll get to show that off in Tunnel Rhino stage, believe it or not.
I think that's a pretty interesting thing that could also help, or maybe, you know, act against speedrunners of this game. Because they'd have to think their entire route, like, around whether or not to dash in a certain situation and when to.
Toxic Seahorse here is super cool, a super fun fight when you're not using the weakness. However, we're going to just use, well, I'm going to die here and then I'm going to use it. We're going to use Blizzard Buffalo's weapon here, and it will actually stun lock the boss into a infinite looping fight. I don't know why Minakuchi did this, but it resets the pattern. I think it was easier for them to program because this game did have to come out at the very tail end of the Super Nintendo's lifespan.
Get it, tail?
So they probably had to rush a bit of this game, and I can see some of that in some of the boss AI, but I don't think it's such a bad thing to have simplistic AI when you hit them.
You can shoot him in the air, and as he lands, you can abuse his frames.
But there's no need to do that. I think the fights are fun. Honestly.
We're not here to literally rip a game to shreds.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
We're here to have fun with it.
Yeah, there's a lot of positives with X3, and I don't feel the need to...
Like, as much as I speedrun Mario 64, I don't tear its RAM in half by BLJing everywhere.
Yeah, there's no need to...
I mean, yeah, it's fun to experiment with, and especially to do items, but I don't need to destroy it all the time.
So here's the big thing about Dr. Doppler. He is building Sigma a new body. This isn't the only body he's building. And this isn't the first time X has had to deal with Dr. Doppler's crazy schemes, because we have the Mega Mission mangas done by Ariga, who did the MegaManX. There was supposed to be an English translation of those mangas in full color for done by Udon. However, Udon has been dragging their feet and has not released the full colored versions. So I don't know. They were announced a good 4 years ago, and now they're still not out. And I've been trying to get in contact with Udon to see what's happening with those. Nothing. Can't get a single response. So if anybody knows what's up, there you go. But here's Bit and Bite. As you can see, they look nothing like anything like Gimel and whatever his name was. Zane.
Pay attention.
Other than one is gold. And last but not least, we have a Vile fight.
Mysterious Maverick.
Yeah, it's Vile. It's Vile Mark II. Believe it or not, I'm actually going to need to know what Vile's weakness is. Because, in order to get the best ending of the game, I need to know that. The duo Twink and Twunk, Hulk and Hunk, Big and Meek. Okay.
Alright. Let's stop tearing them bit from bit.
And bite from bite. Anyways, so Bit and Byte there are based on a computer programming factoid of bits and bytes. Bytes being the bigger,
Megabytes.
being the larger increment, so therefore more to it.
That's why he's the bigger one and bites the smaller one.
Yep. So here in the menu, I'm going to go ahead and save. Thankfully, because we sped up the loading times, this also speeds up reading the memory cards, so saving's also going to be a bit fast. We're going to overwrite file 1.
Could be worse. You could have the loading times of Final Fantasy VI
on PlayStation.
The ridiculous load times are nuts.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Vile?
Yes, I need to know Vile's weakness.
Mark II.
Yep, I need to know the weakness for Mark II. It should be on...
Is it on the first page?
It should be on the first page, listed in known weaknesses.
Okay, that's 1.
So...
2...
Homing torpedo is 1.
That's 1. Ray Splasher, spinning...
Ray Splasher. I need to get Ray Splasher before I go and fight Vile. And I need...
Blade.
So... The reason why I want these... I need to fight Vile is because beating Bit and Bite in Vile with their weaknesses changes how the bosses in the castle work.
It's out of everything. This is the most realistic X game I've ever seen.
So if you don't fight Vile, he gets mad, completely wrecks the second Doppler level, and even destroys the mini boss and the boss of that area.
Because he hates X so much.
And didn't get to fight him. And says he's gonna force the fight regardless. If you beat Bit and Bite, then they are replaced. If you beat Bit and Bite, their final form is replaced with a toxic spewing machine. If you don't, you fight Bit and Bite combined. So, and it does change the level layouts, the way they act, because then that stage is full of toxic sludge instead of being clear as day. And if you fight the mini boss for that Vile level in the late game, you'll actually get a you'll end up getting the Z Saber. So here's the enemies that I said react to your charge shot. As you can see, they have a much slower charge when you're not charging. So it's almost like they're pulling in the energy that you would have used. So, there's something. So here is Tunnel Rhino's level. Thank God we didn't have to fight Bitter Bite here. So there is a part of every level with a mini-boss for Bit and Bite. That is done on purpose. I love this background here. Like, he's been tunneling so long that now it's building up water and pulling up everywhere, and it's just... I think the backgrounds here look pretty.
It does look pretty. I like the parallax. It just adds more depth to everything else.
Minakuchi did a fantastic job with the look of this game. I don't think they matched it with balancing, but it's still a good game, and I think it's a good X game. Not a good starting point for the X series by any means, but if somebody's only ever played the Super Nintendo version, I would show them the PlayStation version just to see if they like that one a little more, because I know the soundtrack is often what pulls people away, because X3 has a lot of SNES guitars, and the PlayStation goes for more of a synth sounding. If you want to catch up on chat while we fight this mini-boss here.
So, Sylveon reacted to our earlier statement about Vile attacking the base and really tearing it bit by bit. Saying, pretty sure he just got bored. Typical Vile, killing his allies.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Vile.
Then they started talking about Tunnel Rhino being Groundman's uncle.
That has nothing to do with this game, and that's...
then they're continuing on, saying Groundman is his uncle, actually. Felipe says, or his son. In that case, my son is my future dad.
I don't know what you're going on about, but please keep your headcanon fanficky stuff to yourself. That would be great. Because I have nothing to say to that other than thank you for confusing me.
Thank you for confusing me.
Oh, joy. So every time you change levels, Bit and Bite change around where they are. You will always fight, kind of like the X Hunters. You will always fight Bit first and then Bite.
Interesting.
One is never in play with the other. So you can't fight Bite then Bit. You have to go Bit then Bite. So there is a chance that we encounter Bit here because we left and came back. In fact, I believe it's a higher chance because they know you're here now. But I could be
right, because they're trying to track X down.
They're trying to track him down and weaken him. Their goal is not to defeat X as much as it is to weaken X. They want as much data on X as possible.
Interesting.
See?
Oh, never mind.
Welcome, X. I'm Bit. You are to be destroyed.
You lied to me. No, I'm kidding.
No, they're going to attempt to destroy you. They destroy you, it's good. If they get data, also good. So his weakness here is actually Frostman's weapon, or Blizzard Buffalo.
Man?
Sorry, I'm having a stroke, I suppose.
So am I, apparently. I guess this is why people are just like, because they said Groundman earlier, now you're thinking about Classic.
Of course. Yeah, this is kind of why I don't want to get my wires crossed. Because I know much more about Classic and Battle Network and Star Force and Legends and Zero than I do the X series. I hold a lot of it to my memory, but...
Popsicle.
Okay, their chat's on something, I suppose.
They're on puppy.
We want to kill Bit with his weakness and Bite without his weakness, or vice versa. So the reason we want to do that is because it actually weakens that form. So we want to fight Bit and Bite in the first castle level, so we can't destroy both. But if we destroy one and keep the other alive, then we end up with a weaker version of that fight. There is a lot of strategy in X3. If you know what's coming, you can strategize around it. So, like, I know that I do not like that first fight if you destroy both Bit and Bite. I think Bit and Bite in the stages is the lesser evil, so I'm going to go fight it.
That's fair.
And that's gonna be the way the whole game is gonna take place, believe it or not. I wish it wasn't, but it is. Oh boy.
It's D for Bite.
It's D for Dr. Doppler.
No, it's for Dr. Lay.
It's for Dr. Of course. Yes, the dead AI man orchestrated
D for dead.
D for dead. D for dead Vena. We're about a... Yeah, I don't know.
Any reason you were saying?
I'd like to point out something here real quick. The fight here for Bite is pretty simplistic. They actually, I believe they sped up a lot of his moves for X Dive when he was included there, and it wouldn't let me pause. Okay. You can see my inputs down there in the bottom left-hand corner of the gameplay screen, and the reason behind that is just to show you guys that I am actually playing these, because sometimes I feel like the commentary goes a little bit too smoothly, and you can't tell that I'm actually playing the game. I know that's the way I felt nearing the end of Classic. Like, I didn't even feel like I was playing games at that point, it just felt like I was existing.
I've had people come into my streams and tell me that I wasn't playing the game.
So,
I had some professional on whatever that platform is, or the program.
yeah, that's why I'm essentially going and saying, yeah, no, I'm going to show my inputs when I can, just to be like, yes, I am actually playing, not to worry. I mean, none of this is getting submitted to a leaderboard or anything, so it doesn't really matter either way, but...
I don't post my things to leaderboards.
You should. You should.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably get 16th place, which isn't half bad, but still.
You should. Just to join in the fun. Why not? Does chat have anything to say about the game thus far?
Yeah, what is your thoughts on X3? Everyone except for Sylvia.
Well, we know what Sylveon's opinions on X3 are.
That's what I was saying. But yeah, what are these glowing crystals, if you do have any information on them?
I don't, sorry.
Alright. Joke's on you, I know what they were all along.
Oh, aren't you funny?
No, I'm not.
Funny kid, yeah you are.
I think the Super Duo looks really cool. Yeah, I honestly really like Bit's design.
And they can combine into one bot, which is really cool. But that bot has a heck of a name that I don't keep to memory. Truman used to. It's Gato Karma something something. I couldn't tell you. It seriously is that long though.
Is it in the boss category?
I don't believe it is, but it...
Slime Sigma.
Oh, there we go. Sylveon says it in the chat.
Oh, it's
God,
Car Machine.
God Car Machine O Inari. It's all of that.
It's BB. I like that. That's my headcanon for it. It's not that God Car Machine Onari. It's BB.
Alright. So, this Reploid special abilities are 2. No, it can't be. So, we'll know that we've killed one when they explode.
Normally, I assume they just disappear off screen.
They just leave. So, for Bite's fight, I need to do it Buster only.
Goodbye, Bit. Rest in that word.
Rest in piss. We're past the 15-minute mark. And I'd also like to state, guys, for those who are not subscribed or just hanging out today, drop a like, share the video with a friend, and subscribe, because I've got more MegaManX on the way.
Don't check me out, because I definitely won't be playing X1 or anything.
Yeah, you probably will.
I was planning to Friday.
Gotcha.
And I don't know if you want to tag along, give some interesting tidbits on the entire thing. Well,
I might
try my best not to die.
I might be a small bit busy. I don't really know yet. Speaking of being a bit busy. Oh my god, he's so... Oh my gosh. What is going on in chat? Anyways.
Who is?
Who, which one of them is ugly? Bit or Bite?
Which one is the he?
Not me.
Look at me. Sorry.
Anyways. Casey's now jumping ahead to X7. Joy.
Get it? Jumping because they're a kangaroo. I'm sorry, chat.
For those who don't know what they're talking about vanishing Gungaroos. Somebody put out a really stupid animation that was kind of funny.
Also, I like Gungaroo a lot because I kind of, you know.
You will hate Gungaroo when we get there.
I meant in terms of like wanting not to be treated as a child, more as like.
Oh no, but they are totally a child.
I know they're totally a child.
They're not. Okay, I did not get.
This thing doesn't have a weakness to ice or anything.
No,
it'd be fire, wouldn't it?
No, it does. It's to the chemical reaction. But the problem is I have to stay out of the way of this thing.
Angle.
Press. Okay, we are going to go ahead and try out a different stage real quick.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah, sure.
Neon?
We can get through most of his stage, but we can't get the capsule or anything.
You know what? You've raised a fair point.
I would go... Let's try Gravity Beetle real quick, because I think I know where all the armor stuff is. Beat Bood. If you want to give some information on... I can actually give the backstory for Gravity Beat Bood. So that was a mistranslation. A magazine gave out an early preview of X3, because it was already out in Japan. And to do that, they got Japanese names and incorrectly gave all of these characters their Japanese titles instead of what they were later translated as. So instead of Gravity Beetle, we got Gravity Bead Bood. And
America went ham with it.
Some of us went ham with it, not everybody.
They were just like, what is this trash? My god, this guy looks kinda sus with all the drill points. Position? What?
I think they're talking about the mini-boss from
Oh, yeah.
that last level. Yeah. A few people in the community have some very interesting names for that guy.
Hey, time to do like Yoko and destroy Beetle.
So here we would need, I believe it is, Tunnel Rhino's weapon for that. So there's the heart piece. And I can't get that, but I can get one of the parts.
You were just stuck at that one boss?
I'm just stuck at the mini boss. I need some more health ups.
That's fair.
Or some fill up on the
Sub-tanks.
sub-tanks, but I really don't want to have people go through grinding. We literally just did grinding. We're an hour in now, 45 minutes. This game takes a little bit.
We took a look at Gravity Beetle and went, oh my lord, it's a Heracross.
Same inspiration, actually, but...
Both Stack Beetles, if I'm correct.
And I believe... So here is something that you'll never see again. You will never see this item in another X game. This is a ride armor upgrade. This gives you clearance to equip... This gives you the parts and clearance you need to get the frog ride armor out from the ride armor dispensers.
Okay.
Every stage has a ride armor dispenser. This allows you to get out ride armors. However, they're not always super useful. The frog one will allow us to essentially ride... essentially let us ride easily underwater and fire off missiles from the ride armor. However, we need the main ride armor for clearance because it's been taken. So, we won't get that until we have Tunnel Rhino's weapon. But, at least we have the frog one now, so we have clearance for it when we have it. Which will make, I believe... Oh shoot. One of the stages a little bit easier.
How they fit a ride armor in such a small tank?
It's not. It's just the parts to... It's just the clearance to equip the ride armor.
You know what
so,
I thought it was? What's it called?
It's essentially...
Specifications.
Schematics.
Schematics, thank you.
It's kind of like schematics, but essentially all it is, hey, I can use this, right? Yeah, do we have the propellers for it? Here you go. Alright. And I guess you have clearance for it.
Fun fact, that platform had an X on it.
Yeah, I think they can see that. So, up here is the ride armor dispenser. When I stand on it, nothing happens. This will have stuff happen to it when we have the actual ride armor, like the base one. But for now, can't use it. I don't believe there's much of a reason to use it in this section. But it is fun to use it. Because you got this little section here where you can bounce left and right. How is the chat holding up? Everybody doing okay?
Yeah, how are you guys doing? You need the base armor to use those parts.
Yeah.
Base, not base.
Base, yeah. B-A-S-E.
Speaking of base, Vile gives me base vibes because of how much he wants to either A, be better than... Well, not be better, because
he just wants to
destroy him.
He just wants to destroy X. He doesn't actually care about anything else.
Well, literally, that's all base thinks about. Being...
Better than, yeah. But I got nothing.
You see where I'm drawing it?
I know where you're drawing the line. A lot of people have in the past. So this is Gravity Beetle. He is mad at X for destroying, oh shoot, what's his name? Boomerang Poinger from X1, so...
So he just became Maverick off of that? He didn't have to have the virus?
Well, he was a hunter at one point. They hunt together. But they had a sort of like a sibling rivalry thing going on. And when X took out one of them, it robbed the other the chance to have a meaningful battle partner. So,
Heracross used pin missile? No. Stop. The wrong series.
He's literally throwing gravity wells at you. So, I think you're mistaken. This is also an X game that removed. This was the first X game to remove the dashing. The dash charge shot doing more damage.
Interesting.
I later looked up when Extreme came out. Extreme actually came out between X4 and X5.
So they were dating? No.
No.
No. What?
They were siblings. They were siblings. What in the hell is...
How do you draw that from us saying they were siblings? Sibling rivalry. What? I don't understand.
Okay,
words.
There are days. There are days
Actually,
when
here's a better question.
What's up?
How many insect, and plant-like, robots do we get in the entire series?
I don't...
Including,
I've never tallied that up.
Because I think it's interesting.
We'd have quite... I believe it's quite a lot, but I never looked it up. So I actually don't... I don't actually know. So...
I'm just trying to, you know, give us a good conversation. Well, you said he's throwing gravity wells, right?
Yeah.
So, what exactly do these wells do?
They pull things in and destroy them. What he did there in his opening was destroy a city.
Oh, so
with one gravity well, he destroyed like 3 square blocks. It's like dropping a hydrogen bomb. Like a very, very small one on a city. Essentially, he's got a souped up gravity hold from Mega Man 9. Alright, we're gonna go to a different stage, see if we can get anything.
I mean, with how it looked, it almost looked like he just drew up a black hole and threw it.
He kinda did.
Because that's what a gravity well is. It's still crazy, though, that he's able to make one.
So we're gonna go back to Tunnel Rhino. I believe I've got some more energy in my sub-tank now, and I should be able to take him on.
You have, like, at least half, I believe.
I should have at least half.
None.
None.
Because you used it, that's right.
I didn't mean to use it. Sans Gaming is here, perfect. If you want to catch up on chat for just a moment.
Just came from Six Flags.
Oh, that's nice.
I haven't been to Six Flags.
That's a sea cucumber into Felipe, not a real cucumber. And it's a sponge, it's a sea sponge, not a cucumber. Alright.
You can't just throw hydrogen bombs on cities no matter how small.
Well, no, you can't. That's why he's labeled a Maverick, and we went there to destroy him. Dismantle him. Like,
Destroy this. Sorry. That it just becomes my headcanon voice now because of how funny that is. So we got that with gravity wells. I'm trying to think of any other ridiculous powers that some Mavericks have that is extremely destructive in all points of properties and everything else.
well, Tunnel Rhino here is actually pretty powerful. That's for sure. He's tunneling through the ground just to... Yeah, that's weird.
You know, we have something like... You know, we have gravity wells being generated by Gravity Beetle, which is pretty insane. Would I count Carolman's blaster?
I'm not gonna look at it all because I feel like if I did that, then I'm walking down a rabbit hole that I really don't need to.
That's fair.
I'm just trying to play a game.
That's fair as well.
Give some people some cool facts, not speculate about everything.
I know. Here's a question. Which is your favorite Maverick? Because we've talked about your favorite robot master, but never your favorite Maverick.
Music-wise, it's Gravity Antonion. That is my favorite Maverick theme. As far as fight goes, I don't really have one.
Anything design-wise?
Design-wise, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really have one because it's... generally just not something I think about. I'm usually thinking, when I think Mega Man, I think the classic series, and I think Battle Network and Star Force. I don't immediately jump to X, Zero, or really any of those. Mostly because growing up, they were all incredibly too difficult for me.
That's fair. You finally beat him.
Sylvian Chase says there is an average Dark Mantis enjoyer. Dark Mantis has a cool design. I don't really like his level, though. His stage layout's a little wonky. I just think it's a little weird.
Yeah, that's fair. Hello.
Yeah, this thing is just coming back around.
Chill Penguin can kill at least 2 people with his ice. Sure.
Sure. Okay. Anyways. Let's
Pharaoh
not...
Man has a godly right hook. I mean,
You know what? I'm just gonna give him that one.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah, I saw that coming. The minute I fire, they fire, and if I just keep going, they're gonna eventually fire, so... I think that put me before that boss, too.
Put you after it, actually.
That's not true, because that could be the bit and bite one.
That's fair.
And this doesn't look anything like what I was just seeing. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's before that mini-boss.
Why?
I don't know.
How difficult that boss was?
It's not that difficult, it's just I don't have a whole lot of health right now. See, in X3, there's only really one way to go around the weakness chain, because the way the bosses are designed, and the way the enemies, how hard the enemies hit, because Minakuchi was essentially still going from Mega Man 5 for Game Boy. They were still on the Mega Man needs to be really, really hard regardless of what game. They kind of missed the point of how difficult X was supposed to be. Not to say they did a bad job here, because I think they did a really, really good job. But they didn't... I don't think they had time to properly balance the damage values. And I think if they lightened up with those, that would be... it'd make the game just better overall.
This game's not that hard unless you decide to fight Wolf, Catfish, Buster only.
That fight is incredibly tough.
Foxino has joined in. They say the first thing I see when I come in is Gavin dying from ping pong energy balls.
Yep. Sounds about right. That sounds like something I would do.
Gavin, you want to play some ping pong later? No, I have PTSD.
Nah, I'm good. I don't know how we'd play ping pong either. I don't have a ping pong table.
We have Wii games. The majority of them have ping pong, at least in one of them.
What you'd think?
Really?
You'd think I don't have any Wii ping pong.
Wait, you don't have Wii?
I have Wii Play, but
that has ping pong.
It doesn't read super well. But yeah,
That's fair.
I suppose we could play ping pong on that.
Never mind. All of the Mavericks, him and Seaforce are the ones I don't do Buster only.
Seahorse, you mean?
They're talking about Acid Seaforce, which is his other name.
Seahorse.
I've just read it too.
Is it C-Force in Japanese? Huh.
That's one of his.
I feel like that is a mistranslation. How many lives do I have?
1.
So I can die. I can take this death and then immediately go in full health. Okay, now we're ready to take him on. I don't mind taking game overs in X3. I feel like this game is hard enough as is.
Absolutely punny with the C-Force.
So you can just kind of hobble around Tunnel Rhino here. If you get the timing right, you can do this. But, where he just goes left and right. Which was originally how I fought Blizzard Buffalo until I learned that little speedrunning trick. And there we go. Now we have Bit's weakness. Or Bite's weakness. But we're not going to use it on Bite, so it doesn't really matter.
I like how the weapon can be used individually as its own little shot, but then if it hits a surface, it'll break into multiple parts. That can also help in case you missed, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually a take on a Mega Man 5 for Game Boy weapon.
Which one?
I believe it was Neptune's.
You're right.
Saltwater. Because it bounced off the walls and then split into 4. In fact, you're going to see that all over the place with this game, that they like to reuse the ideas that they already had from 5. Which means you can kind of draw some parallels the more that you play these games.
That's fair.
So Drill Missile's pretty useful, and we're going to use it right off the bat to go ahead and get our next armor part. This part should help us out a lot. Neon Tiger here, I think design-wise, I think Neon Tiger. I gotta give it to Neon Tiger. It's just a really good-looking design. It's big, it's bulky, but it's still slender enough to move around. He's got these nice claws.
He's got plenty of lights on him.
Yeah, it's nice.
So neon because he burns neon, or he literally glows?
I think he burns neon, but he also literally glows.
So he is the neon.
He is the Neon Tiger. And his stage here is... Okay, musically, I've had people guess the track for this. The track here is literally the song My Michelle by Guns N' Roses. Both in the PlayStation and SNES version. Take that with what you will.
Oh, it's a nice dodge.
Oh, they don't do any damage. Only their hits will do damage.
Oh, so they're just little dudes that help. Alright.
Yep. Well, unless you're shooting. If you're shooting, they'll shoot back.
If you pinch Wendy's pennies, they'll pinch back.
Where did you get that from? What?
That's from Hotel Mario.
Oh, okay then.
It's from one of the scenes.
I've never played Hotel Mario, so I've seen some of the scenes, like the opening bit a whole bunch, but I've never actually played it. I wanted to. There was apparently a remake for it, and Nintendo shot it down super quickly.
Yeah,
so.
it did.
The drills here are pretty useful, but they're a lot... I forgot about that.
That's fair. I wouldn't have remembered it either.
But at least now I get to show you guys another trick to get up through Neon Tiger's stage a little quicker.
Skip through his thing again.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip it.
Let's see here.
Yeah, go ahead and read the chat for a bit.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Including having a kitty man is what Felipe said. He's also kind of a diva with all the pink, says Felipe. Talking about neon.
Yeah, I like the pink.
It's nice. Pink is a nice color.
I'm the man who designed a completely pink goat. I have no shame in my enjoyment of colors.
It's just a pink blob with little horns.
That we've made that joke before about version 1 of his Fursuit, but alright.
I think I like Scissor Shrimper more than Neon Tiger. That's their hot take on it.
Alright.
Wait, Guns N' Roses isn't until like 2 games.
3 technically, but yes, you're 100% right. There's a lot more Guns N' Roses references later, but this is kind of the start of all of them. But here we have the X-Buster upgrade for the Max Armor, and this is one of my favorite Buster upgrades in the entire series.
May I ask why?
So, in X2 we got 2 charge shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this game we also get 2 charge shots. However, we can combine those shots, unlike in X2. This is what I was thinking of. I've played X3 a lot more than I played X2. So,
The Power Buster.
So, just like that, we get this shot. That's those 2 combined.
Whoa.
Here's them on their own. Yeah. And that will absolutely decimate enemies.
So, in terms of power scaling, which one is stronger? The one from X1 or this one?
This one. This one is much, much more powerful. Especially when you get later on. But now that we have the boots and the arm upgrades, we're actually climbing ladders faster. I love that this has been a meme in this community for a very long time.
Oh, that.
The climb ladders faster. But I also love the fact that we can just do it. And here's our first mini-boss for this.
That never happened in my classic.
Yeah, well, he had climb ladders faster in 8.
That's true.
But 8 also didn't have any ladders, really. The few times you did see ladders, they really weren't important. But
X2 and Shadow Buster are the best. Fight me.
I will, absolutely, because the gold max armor is amazing, and I will fight everybody tooth and nail with this. So there are actually another set of 4 capsules in this game. We are not going for any of those.
We're not going to show off the gold armor? Or are we going to do it via cheat?
Oh, no. If you get any of those, they overload X's system, and you only get one of the upgrades. So you can only get your second dash in the air. You can only get that next level of charge shot. You can only get the barrier around X. You can only get the, I forget what the helmet does. I think it was Giga Crush for that second level. But there's a 9th capsule later on in the first Dr. Doppler level that gives you all of the chips all at once.
Oh. Okay.
So if you wanted to do a challenge run of only one gold part compared to the rest of them, you can. But make sure you won't. But if you want to get the true proper ending, gold max is where it's at. So we're gonna go gold max.
Oh, okay, I see.
We're gonna go gold max, and we're also gonna go for Z Saber.
I used so many save states to beat this game. Not like there's a lot of game after the gold armor.
No, there isn't, but it's still a really cool armor. And something I think would have been retrofitted for a Maverick Hunter X3 would have been just having the gold armor at the start of the game, playing the whole game as Zero, seeing his story of things. Here's a fun enemy. I just like his face.
What do they do?
Look at him go!
Spikes?
He's just creating little spikes.
Are they an insta-kill or...?
No, they just damage you.
Oh, look at him.
Nom, nom, nom. Yeah, he's cute, ain't he? There we go.
Having Zero play like X4?
Yeah, probably.
Sure.
They probably would have done that. Like, I'm just saying. So I only went here for the armor part. So Neon Tiger here is going to be a difficult one to fight. You can actually tell that he has a lot more care done with his sprite work than any other boss in this game. You can tell they were very proud of this.
He is really polished.
Yeah, they clearly had a lot in mind for X3 in terms of not only difficulty, but changing around the whole look of the game.
I just realized his tail was a neon bulb.
Yeah. And it's kind of a fun fight. I actually think it's really cool. It's like a version of Sigma that's not a pain.
Doesn't Sigma,
Just Sigma from
brandish claws?
just Sigma from X1 at least, or Sigma from X1 and X2 at least.
Okay.
Here in this game, he's got something else going on with him.
Felipe asked, is he not just Pluto? No, because Pluto is...
Pluto's a star droid. Okay.
In terms of attack ice.
In terms of attack, no.
Is it bad that I think that X and Neon Tiger here look like they don't come from the same game?
That's something that we're going to talk about. It was very clear from the outset of some of these sprites, to me at least, that they were planning on changing X's sprite for this game.
Interesting.
Like, it just feels more natural, but it might have been either a mandate or a time issue that they couldn't change X's sprite in time to fit with the deadline. And I think that's something that hackers have really missed out on in terms of the X series, is modding in different looking sprites. Because this is the sprite that fits right in with X4. If not, it's incredibly close to the X4 and 5 art style. X6 also had a different art style, so there was something going on with the third entries in these two trilogy sets for X wanting different sprites and then not having time to be made.
Ironically, he and Slash Beast are paired together.
Yeah, I believe they were paired together in the X Legacy Collection via the X Challenge, which I do plan on showing off the X Challenge, don't worry. We'll be doing both sets of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, new attack sets and everything later on. You don't want to...
So he heated up his entire system.
Yep, by using my shots.
Whoa.
So now we're going to go to the next level I think I can do first. So we do want the Ray Splasher first. And to do that, we're going to need that. But we need Gravity Beetle. Gravity Beetle was beat by something. Neon Tiger was beaten by something else. Don't worry about looking that up. I think I've got it under control. We can at least get some more health here in Gravity Beetle. Yeah. You look in the back of the book.
Yeah, it looked interesting. Oh, look, it's Number Man.
No. Close, yet no cigar. All right.
Guys, I need to send Casey back in for repairs. Her memory chip isn't working right.
Casey, be broken. Speaking of being broken, I am going up to New York, and I'm probably going to break on my way there and back. That's for darn sure. And you might be going, but Gavin, what do you mean? I am going to New York next week for a friend of mine's wedding, Miss Artie. She has invited me to go, and I'm not going to disappoint her.
A what?
Maybe I was mistaken?
Oh, you need Guts Arm.
No.
It's not in this game, Casey.
Oh, so I just don't have the ability yet, I'm supposing.
Why do I feel like the gravity well would probably be for it?
No, because that would be the stage, and I know you can get it beforehand. Best Order, Tunnel Rhino, Blizzard Buffalo, Neon Tiger, Blast, Hornet, Gravity Beetle, Volt, back to Rhino, Crash, and Seahorse.
That is a very scary sequence.
Yeah, I don't feel like doing that sequence.
I mean, go for it. Best of luck to you, but
that is a scary order.
That is a very scary order. And I haven't played this game. I haven't beaten it.
But just by seeing the few bosses that you have, that just seems like
Like,
that
okay,
that minimizes backtracking if you can do it all in one go.
That's
But
probably a speedrunner route, if I'm correct.
I don't believe so. I believe the speedrunners go the same like general order that I go,
Interesting.
which is
I think it's another level that moves the boxes out of the way of this level.
oh right, Blast Hornet. I am silly because they take the cargo equipment. I am dumb. All right. Luckily, you don't have to hold
They
down the.
said that earlier. Felipe did. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. I'm not paying attention to chat too much.
No, they said that like really early into the stream. I'm talking like a good 30 minutes in. And we're already at an hour 13.
Yeah, I should probably get to my one shell out for the stream. So, for those who aren't subscribed yet, please do. It helps out the channel. My second.
Yeah, there you go.
My second shell out.
Learn to count.
Once on the hour, I tend to do a shell out like this. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Share the video with a friend, because I've got a lot more X content on the way, and I don't plan on stopping streaming anytime soon until we beat X3, which it just might be an all-day event. I don't know.
Are you still testing it? Oh my gosh. They added an animation of the bit breaking.
Yep.
Like, that one was understand.
Yeah. You didn't know that it did that?
No. This game never ceases to amaze me. I actually think I like 3.
Minakuchi did a lot of work on it.
I'm kind of sad they kind of went under.
Well, they just couldn't find any work afterwards, and that's just something that happens in the game industry. When
look at this mastery in terms of everything else. They've thought of everything.
Well, the thing was they were making X3 at the cusp of 3D, and instead of getting to work on anything 3D, they only got to work on 2D games. So
how much of 2D games were then afterwards in terms of Mega Man?
Most of them.
Exactly. So I think he would have made an excellent addition in some terms. Now, yes, I don't like his philosophy that it needs to be.
No, not he. It's a whole company. It was a company. It was a studio. It wasn't one. Minakuchi wasn't one guy.
No, I know. I thought it was named after the person who ran it.
No. They had a parent company.
Oh, I see. Either way, I still think that it's kind of dumb for the philosophy of it has to be like teeth-grittingly hard.
Well, it wasn't the fact that it had to be teeth-grittingly hard. It was just the fact that it needed to be difficult.
Yeah, but not too overly difficult.
Well, they just needed more playtesters. If they got the right feedback that it was too difficult, they would have probably lessened the difficulty, and it would have changed a lot of people's opinions on probably X3, because it would have been a completely different game.
I feel like they should have brought in playtesters that are extremely familiar with both X and Classic.
Well, at this time, they only had 2 games out to build X3 off of, which I think they did a fine job.
I mean, don't get me wrong, this game is good, but I just think it's difficult to be turned down a bit.
Quite a bit, yeah. You need right armor to break those blocks. Alright.
Which one is it?
No, I know. The heart piece is moved. The other one's the right armor. I understood it. Not which one is it. I understood completely which ones they're talking about.
What?
Yeah, so there's a little Easter egg thing for you. Not Easter egg, but
no.
If you let go,
which one is it? Is it the person taking the crates, or is it the right armor?
No. What I'm telling you is there's 2 sets of crates in the level.
Yeah.
The ones I tried to break with the drill earlier, and the one with the heart piece behind it way earlier on at the beginning of the stage.
Yeah.
The heart piece is taken by the bots. The other one you need the right armor to break.
Okay.
I thought that was obvious.
Listen, you're talking to me.
That's right, that's true. That's true.
I'm easily convinced if you give me a cookie and tell me to go, draw something.
That's fair.
Like, I will play a video game for a cookie. That's... You gotta realize, this is Casey we're talking about.
Alright. This game loves backtracking. It does, but I'm not here to crush the game for backtracking problems. I just know that I do not want to visit Volt Kraken stage yet, because that would ruin the entire point of the run at the moment. I suppose we could also do it in Crushed Crawfish's level, but... Let's go to Blast Hornet. Yeah. Sylveon, you telling me Volt Kraken is from X5 isn't going to... Like, I knew that. I've played all these games. This isn't my first time through. I'm confused on why everybody seems to think it's my first run for these games. Like, I'm not running from X7.
Yeah, but we didn't get there yet. Yeah, because you and the rest of chat keep rushing ahead.
You guys keep talking about X4, 5, and 6.
Like, the reason why we're talking about it is because you guys bring it up and make it relevant to said conversation. We're not doing it just because we're not sure on lore or anything.
No.
Like, if anything, Gavin actually knows way more lore than me. If anyone's to get put down for not knowing their information on the game, it's me.
I don't know much on the X series because, to be perfectly honest, I don't have a whole lot of fun playing these harder games. I feel like the game can be easier and I can have more enjoyment out of it. I don't like testing my limits every single time I pick up a controller. I do, because I feel like it gives you guys a better playthrough, but for...
Oh, it's the enemy from, What? What?
Welcome to one of the wireframe enemies.
He's just a bunch of vectors. That's cool.
And as far as the PlayStation is concerned, it is a 3D model, so it spruces it up.
I said this thing was pixelated and
It was
without the thing that we did.
Yes, it would be incredibly. But he will jump Vector Man too. I mean, technically it is vector graphics. Alright, so now that we have the drill, we actually have a quick way to destroy some of these boxes. And some walls later on, but I'll take the death.
Hop register moment. Can we stop jumping ahead?
I don't think they are. Hop register isn't anything as far as I know.
No.
I think they're just talking about the way the enemy was jumping. So there's a destroyable wall. Here's some destroyable walls. Every other weapon you have will bounce off of this. And here it is.
With the Gutsman had to go with it.
This is the Chimera Ride Armor. One of my favorites. And something of a figure that I had a figure of this, and Truman accidentally destroyed it.
Oof.
It was a little fragile, and yeah.
MegaManX 2 had a mini boss called Chop Register.
Oh, and then is that one called Hop Register or something like that? So this is where they are taking those boxes.
big oofs there, buddy.
As you can see, the ride armor has a health bar that cannot be refilled. That is for good reason, because since you can use it in every level, they didn't want it to be overly broken, because all the previous ride armors in the other X games are non-destroyable, well, they're destroyable, but you don't take any damage.
Indestructible?
You couldn't see their health bar, essentially. This time around, to make it more fair, you can see the ride armor's health bar, and you can see how full your health bar is going to be.
That's fair.
If I remember correctly, there's nothing. Oh, harpies.
There's nothing up here.
Nothing. I thought there was either going to be a capsule later on or something. So eventually it says yeah.
You know what? That was a good idea of you to go check.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna come around quite a bit. This will give us, I think this will give us the Ray Splasher when we beat Blast Hornet. Or no, that was for beating Neon Tiger, and that will allow us to put a stop to Vile. And that'll let us see. So we're just gonna destroy all of their shipments. I'm assuming the rest of these were placed down very carefully, but since the tower was stacked pretty high, every time they get thrown down there now, they're just gonna get destroyed. But yeah, we're going to try to stop Vile before the end. The goal is to have Bite beaten with the Buster, Vile beaten with his weakness. We get the Z-Saber later on in the game. We fight God Karma.
That big thing.
That big thing. Bit and Bite combined. And
BB.
The game should go over pretty smoothly, but this might be like a slightly longer stream than normal just because of the difficulty here. As you can see, everything hits like a truck, so we kind of sort of want the armor as quickly as we can get it. I'll just do figure 8 patterns up here. Then I'll try to lock onto you. He uses little bees like a shield. Have any health ups? I don't have his weakness. Yeah.
Just let them hit you. Hornets die without their stinger.
Yeah, Blast Hornet doesn't work that way.
Mine's made out of metal. Therefore, I am superior.
He's a robot, so... What is Neon Tiger's weakness? I feel like I'm stupid for blanking on all these weaknesses.
How often do you play this game?
Not very.
How often do you play the X series?
Not very.
So what are you?
Not very.
You're not stupid. Neon Tiger's weakness. High-speed rotational attacks such as Spinning Blade, Tornado Fang, and Drill Crush.
Gosh darn it. So I could have used...
You got this now.
Where do I get Spinning Blades from?
Spinning Blades?
Yeah. That's usually the weapon I use to take down Neon Tiger. Oh boy. I should have done more research before I started the stream today, but I was essentially in a let's hurry up and get this done so I can get to Extreme 2 and then X4. I like X3. I like X3 more than X1, but I also think that X1 is more balanced. They are not contradictory thoughts. They are merely my opinions. The yo-yo blade? Yes, the yo-yo blade. I think for Extreme 2, I'm going to go ahead and look up some facts beforehand, so that way then I can be a bit more prepared. Because I don't like coming to my streams unprepared, but...
I think it's given to you by Crushed Crawfish.
Okay, and that's one of the levels I don't want to do yet.
I said maybe.
Maybe, possibly.
The acquired spinning blade, yeah, is what it says.
Well, we'll try it with Tunnel Rhino's weapon, and we'll go from there.
Who are you on right now?
Neon Tiger. We're back in Neon Tiger to try and do this Buster only, or with Tunnel Rhino.
I was about to say Buster only. We just found out his weakness.
Sprites here are very crisp. Honestly, for the PlayStation version, I think I'm getting a very good recording out of this.
They're crisp, and also because you have the sharpness up on your TV.
Well, I don't have the sharp... Alright, here's how you use the right armor. I'm not going to use the frog yet. Frog's going to be for Crushed Crawfish.
No froggy.
No frog, not yet.
At this point, Casey was very upset with herself. Also, I thought you said you couldn't refill their health with the right armor.
I didn't. I refilled my base health.
Oh, okay.
See? That one went to a sub-tank.
Oh.
And I could tell because... Here it is. Made the noise.
There's nothing up there?
Not as far as I know, but we could check.
No. Okay, well it was worth a shot.
Or the check. Bet and Bite's room. We will fight Bite in a bit whenever we find him.
Bread and butter.
Bits and Bites, bread and butter. What's the difference?
Peanut butter and jelly.
I had peanut butter jelly on a cookie last night.
You did?
I did.
How did that go?
Went not half bad. It hurt my tooth though, so I didn't eat all of it.
No, I was like, who left the jelly out?
Oh, I didn't put away the jelly, did I?
No, you did not.
That was my bad.
You're good. I was actually thinking about making myself a sandwich, well, after stream, of course. Peanut butter and jelly doesn't sound that bad right now.
Nothing sounds half bad right now. I kind of want Chipotle, but that's just me.
You want Chipotle? I don't blame you on that.
I want Chipotle, but I can't get it until tomorrow, and even then I probably shouldn't have it because
of your teeth.
Well, no, actually Chipotle doesn't bother my teeth.
Chipotle doesn't bother your teeth.
Chipotle does not bother my tooth. Believe it or
Your
not.
tooth is just angry at everything else, but
It's
Chipotle, it's just like, oh, you can come in.
Yeah, meat it has no problems with. It's everything else that it has a problem with. All right. That dinked off. That dinked off.
I did not read it wrong. I'm checking right now. High-speed rotational attacks such as Spinning Blade, Tornado Fang, and Drill Crush.
What?
I mean, you can read it for yourself. Maybe it's a situational thing.
Maybe I'm.
Or unless it's just like, oh, on this
yeah. Jaharu says Neon Tiger's immune to Tornado Fang. Then what is the book going on about? Somebody go update their databases, because they...
Well, there was a typo I found in a book. Are you reading into Extreme 2?
We're reading... Oh, that's what it is. It's from Extreme 2. Because he shows up in Extreme 2.
That's right.
And you get a completely different weapon from... Or, well...
So, Spinning Blade.
So, yeah, it'd be Spinning Blade for X3.
Because what's funny is they didn't put the, they didn't put a semicolon
Yeah.
Indicate.
They should have... Okay, game. Well, we have more health now.
And guys, don't come at me, by the way, just letting you know, for reading it wrong. Because we're actually reading this from the Maverick Field Guide, I remember
Well,
the name of the book.
The name of the book is the MegaManX Maverick Hunter Field Guide, and it does not have clear delineations between certain facts.
So if I get something wrong, please don't shoot me down.
Alright, so I still need that, but...
I also don't read that good.
Okay, so then who does Tunnel Rhino beat? I'm just gonna look up the weaknesses at this point, because what is going on?
Watch it be.
My brain is
crawfish.
flunking. Let's see here. Parasitic Bomb, Frost Shield, Acid Burst, Tornado Fang. So I have to go to Volt.
Ray Splasher. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well then I was gonna save him because I know where his capsule is for
Well, can't you
Vile.
go back to stages?
I can, but I also know where it's at in
Aw.
oh, I did skip that. My bad.
Well, now you have to die, game over, and come back. You late.
Do it. Fine, I'll do it.
No,
So the capsule is actually down here in this first pit. But we will go get that later.
Gavin said I'm speeding through this. Out of my way. Oh, wait a minute. Super says that. Whatever. My mind's all over the place right now. Whoa!
Yep, an enemy that generates a shield after it's been halfway destroyed.
That's a Met.
No, that's not a Met.
Met.
Doesn't count. It's got spider legs and hangs on the ceiling. It's not a Met.
Mets can also clean the ceilings.
But does it have a Met face?
It does.
You say it doesn't.
That's like saying. Whoa. Can we clap it up in chat for that?
Annoying, yes. Good for us to get, yes.
Crabfish, catfish, and buffalo.
Buffalo, this, and shrimper. Yeah, I know where it's at in crushed crawfish as well, so we can do that. But, so up this way, we need gravity well to get the capsule. This is actually a part of a level that was this is a stage that is used in X Dive, and I actually think this is a really cool
Homage?
I just think it looks really cool there. It looks really nice here as well, but here's where all the problems are. Ray Splasher is his weapon. Oh, my bad. If you miss...
Do you want this one? No.
No.
Goodbye.
Not at all.
Oh, you were saying before I rudely interrupted you?
I believe I know where they are. If I remember correctly, you just have to fight Vile one time in order to get his stuff. There you go. There's another... There's the final sub-tank, I believe.
Yeah, it's extra healing for...
From...
And it won't leave. Oh, never mind. It hurt me.
It'll leave eventually. The only achievements we're not getting are the ones for the gold capsules, because you can't reverse those, and I don't feel like loading, reloading, resetting, and all that jazz. every single time just to show you guys where an inferior piece of armor is.
Inferior.
I'm sorry, but it is inferior by every metric.
Apparently, in order to get the Z Saber, the last hit against Val needs to either be with Spinning Blade or Ray Splasher.
Yep.
You're very funny.
I'm going to try to use Ray Splasher throughout the entire fight.
Sylveon Chan disagrees and says, no.
What do you mean, no?
You need to do it Buster only, is what they're going to say next.
Probably. So this fight can be a little bit annoying without his weakness, but we got the weakness. He did Vile with the Splasher, beat a Dragonfly enemy with 0, and... No, the mini-boss that you need to beat him?
Oh my gosh. Is this actually what a crawfish is? No, wait, it's a catfish. Why did I say crawfish?
Okay, we're just gonna... I mean, including the mini-boss is fine, I want to leave it out, because I want to leave it... I want to keep something special. That attack there is incredibly annoying under normal circumstances.
So you're just stunning him?
Yep.
And there we go.
We'll be fighting...
I didn't know that you could also do it with Spinning Blade until 3 days later.
Ah, okay. I've always done it with Ray Splasher,
Yeah,
so...
this song is pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good song. Good song. Fine achievement. We're gonna go ahead and save it real quick. Because I don't think I've saved in a while.
By the way, you did one-shot a stage.
Yeah, finally. But we still have to be back there to get the armor part.
You will never see his intro again.
It's fine. You guys can look it up online. All of these are already saved elsewhere. Okay, Triad Thunder is...
Not their weakness.
No, it's... Brain is not working.
I'll look for you.
I believe it's Blast Hornet.
I don't think it's Blast Hornet.
If it's not, then it's
It's
Gravity.
gotta be Gravity. I'm going to double check myself.
Well, you just passed Gravity.
Yeah, I know, I just did.
No, theirs is Ray Splasher.
Interesting. Okay, so then we notice whose it is.
Probably.
Who did this again?
This is Blast Hornet.
Blast. It's Blast.
Yep. So time to attempt this again, because... Silly Gavin. Can't just get the weakness right. Crabfish, I think. Yeah,
Whoa, okay, listen to this.
I'm not doing crawfish
His
yet.
weakness is Gravity Well.
What?
Weapons that disrupt his flight, such as Gravity Well and Sonic Slicer.
Gosh darn it. So then it's crawfish, but I don't want to go do crawfish, because if I beat Crush Crawfish, then I actually miss out on the Vile fight, because you have to beat Vile in the level. If I remember correctly, you have to beat Vile in a stage that does not have the Maverick beaten in it.
It's gonna be difficult.
Well, I've got more heart pieces, so
I suggest at this point just try to fill up your heart tanks. Heart tanks?
Sub tanks. Yeah.
Guys, Casey's on something else.
I mean, I've been calling them heart tanks, but like
Crabfish, I think? I don't remember.
crawfish.
Crab.
Crab sounds good too. A crab burrito.
Ooh, I made those.
You wouldn't season it the same way as like a
What
like a
would
normal.
you use? The Cajun seasoning?
I mean, I suppose you could use Cajun.
It doesn't sound too bad. I mean, you'd prepare it like what?
Like
Shrimp?
like crab, like a shrimp burrito. That
That's what I'm
sounds good too.
Oh my gosh, Gavin, I'm hungry.
Chat, remember you can donate to the PayPal link down below, and it actually goes towards feeding me.
It does. It actually does go towards feeding us. Please do it.
You don't have to do it, but
no,
it's
you can-
appreciated.
Nope, you can enter even if the main boss of the level has been defeated.
I know I can enter, and I know I can
Okay,
defeat him, but does that actually...
If only I had bunnies to still be on the game.
Oh, it's fine. It's alright.
To make more of these. We have hamburger meat,
I do have hamburger man.
so we can actually make the hamburgers we planned to make.
Yeah, well, the way they're sitting in there, I'd have to dethaw all of them and then freeze whatever I don't use, because you guys picked up way more patties than I really needed.
Listen, it was a good deal.
It was a good deal,
It
but
was a steal. Crate.
chat for understanding here, they bought over 40 patties.
It's 40. It's 40 in total. 40 for 15.
For 15, yeah, for like 15 bucks.
Or-
Yeah, not a bad deal.
Each of
Also-
them are quarter pounders, by the way.
Also, not exactly.
It was Truman's idea, by the way.
I know
I
it was.
agreed with him.
I know it's Truman's idea. I'm going to the grocery store this time because, while you guys got a lot of good stuff, you guys also got a lot of weird stuff that I don't normally cook with that made me go, what?
We wanted to cook with.
I know. And, did you guys ever end up cooking with it? Or did it go back to me cooking? These are great questions.
These are good questions. I don't know.
The questions you ask when you're the only cook in the house.
Hey,
You're learning. So is Truman.
I don't cook confirmed. I am lazy.
No, Casey, you cook. You just don't cook all the time. Because compared to everybody, I do cook quite a lot.
You do. Did you just do a punch?
Oh, X?
Yeah.
Yeah, the way he puts the shot in the other shot is by punching the other buster.
Oh, he has two?
Watch. 1, 2.
Whoa! I did not know X had two busters.
Yep.
Oh wait, isn't that a thing?
Yep. Even Classic has 2
Classic
busters.
has two busters.
Zero has 1, but
Because Zero's weak. You lose with him once in this game, you lose him forever. You can use your charge shot to do an extra jump.
yes, you can.
With?
No, not with a weapon. You just can.
Oh.
Because of the way the second shot is programmed, it hops X into the air a little bit more.
You'll have to show me this technique. Zero has two arm cannons?
Zero has 2 arm cannons, but he only generally uses 1. So,
And on top of that, he rarely uses it. He normally uses his Z-Saber.
yeah, there's no way out of that one. Karmic says they hope the stream's going okay. It's going alright. I am struggling with X3.
Ban them.
Ban my mod? What? Gatesy. That's the opposite of what we want.
Look at him, he's looking at me funny.
The stream's going fine. The stream's going fine. I'm just being absolutely awful at X at the moment.
Being. He's a partner right
No, we're wasping. I'm sorry. What do you call gasping for air as a bee?
now. Wasp.
Wasping for air.
Isn't wasp an actual verb though?
Don't know.
That's a very good
I'm not a
question.
linguist.
I will search that up.
That seems like a good question for
These
you.
are the times where I normally have my dictionary on me. Nuh-uh.
No, yeah, the internet. We got a better dictionary.
I prefer to like actually search it up via the dictionary, which is sad.
You
So-
take more time doing that, actually.
Well, it feels better for me actually because I get to read more onto it, and then I see another word that looks interesting. I'm like, ooh, what's this? Oh my gosh, I am a bookworm.
Oh my gosh, Casey reads the dictionary.
I do. I love it.
Why don't you do you know what? Why don't you do that
What?
for a stream? Just read the dictionary for an
No.
entire stream. Just go through letter by letter until you've reached all of the letters.
That'll be like a 6-hour stream, Gavin.
Yeah, just do like all the A's in one go.
We'll do it once I reach 500 subs or subs.
Just be that would be a kind of funny stream.
I mean, I've done a 12-hour stream before of nothing but me sitting in my room.
It's not a good idea, but chat seems to like it. I'm seeing smiley faces shoot
If
up.
they want, they could just, you know, check me out. But I prefer not to shell out on somebody else's stream because I have respect.
It's Casey Tape on Twitch. Go follow them.
Casey_tape at twitch.com. No, it's twitch.tv/Casey Tape.
I don't stream on Twitch, so.
You're good. But yeah, I stream every
So if I remember correctly, it doesn't matter whether I beat the stage. No, you can enter even if the main boss is defeated.
You have no Riz, no Trap, no Maidens, and your Jordans are fake.
Okay. I'm going to presume that I can, in fact, go back in. If somebody is wrong here, I will be upset. Because it will lock us out of the very best ending, but we'll at least still get a good ending.
You know what you should have done? Before you entered this stage, you really should have save stated.
That's true.
But
I can always
you
die.
haven't come across Vile yet. You haven't beaten the stage, so you could theoretically just game over and then...
Well, I'm not going for Vile this time around. We're going to...
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to trust my chat with this one, and if you guys are wrong, I'm going to be
We're
upset.
stopping stream, and we're taking over the internet.
No. If the chat's wrong on this one, so be it, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
So where are we? We're off the coast of a dock.
We are on a port side stuff. Oh, right, I need a right armor for that.
Red armor sucks.
I like the right armors, but this is actually where you
No,
get...
I meant in terms of it being required for certain things. I mean, yeah, I get it, but still.
So down here is where Vile's at.
Froggy.
So, first off, to get to him, you have to be able to destroy that. Which is going to require a right armor. You essentially have to carry a right armor all the way through this part of the stage.
Backwards?
Yeah, forward. But we're going to encounter Light here, I believe. No? Okay, we have to beat another boss, I suppose.
It was I, Neon Tiger. I was Bite all along. Whoa, that's a funky looking enemy.
Mm-hmm. Or wait. No, that's the capsule. That's where we don't want to go. We will actually be stuck down there if I go down that way.
That was really close.
Yeah, that is where you can go to fight Vile, but we don't have his weakness yet, so...
So what was that other thing then? Just a heart tank?
It was either a heart or a capsule. Could even be the pink capsule. But I thought that was earlier on.
A submarine.
I'm gonna be attempting to get everything, but...
What was I gonna search up earlier?
I don't remember. Something about a word.
I know it was about a word. I don't remember what the word was. Chat, do you guys remember?
You ever just want 2 free lives?
No.
We'll have them anyways.
Listen, it's not as bad as the free E-Tank in Metal Man stage.
Or every free E-Tank in Mega Man 3. Here's a neat set piece.
That's fair.
We're in a sub. The sub is now sinking. Yeah.
Where are all the enemies?
Hanging on the floor?
Ceiling.
No, that was where the floor was at. Because this would have been the floor, where I'm wall jumping right here.
But the core that you just blew up went like that.
Yeah. So that was the floor. It didn't go like that. It went from this to that. So I should probably talk about the fact that X3 is probably one of the more influential X games. Believe it or not, this game spawned a... Stop tying me up with your crab pictures. Crab twine.
You touched his tail fin.
Yep.
And you died.
Yep.
I hate this guy. Crawfish, I mean. No, you definitely meant Gavin on that one.
Yeah, clearly. Anyways, no, you're fine.
How dare you hate on X?
I
hate this guy.
How can you hate Pincher McGrabby Hands?
Crawfish. As you were saying before I interrupted you.
Crushed crawfish is just annoying. Crawfishes are very violent creatures when it comes to things, specifically certain types. This one is based on, I believe, one that can shoot an air bubble faster than a bullet.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a specific type of crawfish.
It has a, I know what you're talking about. I watched it on a
Natural Geographic.
Yeah, special, because I watched those. I'm not...
I heard about it on the History Channel, so...
You heard about it on the History Channel?
On the History Channel.
I know of that one, and then, there's a certain type of...
The Mythbusters...
Shrimp,
Mythbusters covered it as well, so... I feel like I was doing better before I got the weapon.
I know there's the type of shrimp that can punch so hard in the water that it heats up everything around it.
Can you look up where the armor capsule is at? Because I have no idea.
Got you covered.
Believe it or not, the helmet part would help you out with finding all of this stuff, but
My ears are gonna hurt from this thing sitting on it like that.
alright.
Let me circle up for you.
Just gonna keep backdashing. Somebody mod Crush Crawfish into Symphony of the Night. Make him backdash.
I will fight you. Oh, well,
Haha, funny command grab. Command grabs you. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, but what if we put... What if the modding community just put Crush Crawfish in Street Fighter 6? Is everything alright there, bud?
Yeah, some people are just asking some weird questions and I don't have any answers for them. Alright.
The shipyard stage.
You're kidding me. I gotta go right back in there.
Right there. Oh, what? Sorry, there.
Power Control Center stage. That's the chip. That's the pink chip that I don't want.
Oh, the chip. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. Well, back in here we go.
I'm sorry, I read chip.
Oh, wait, no, because I need gravity. Scream. Vile's like, yes, yes! No, no! I'm sorry. I know this is gonna take a...
Yes, X. Come closer. Oh wait, where are you going?
Yep,
I will
that's...
drink my bourbon and scream angry things at the monitor as we watch X struggle to choose a stage.
Yes, Gavin streams. Gavin also struggles to play MegaManX 3 because the game just won't stop throwing things at me. Speaking of throwing things at me, I actually need to get some water.
Would you like me to get you some?
I've got a... I think I have some still under my desk at the moment.
You want to?
No. Where is my water bottle?
Right there on the couch.
Could you fill this up for me then?
That's what I was going to
That would be fantastic.
Do you want anything else?
Nope. Not really. I'm good.
Okay. Might make myself a snack.
Feel free to. I've got the port here. In like a fighting game, I mean, fighting games like Multi-Blood, whereas backdash command cover entire stage, and also command grabs. You know what? Just put him in Street Fighter 6. Mod him into Street Fighter 6.
What's that? Modern Street Fighter 6? Make him sing it. You gonna do the graphic?
You heard them, chat. Make Crush Crawfish into Zangief. No more Zangief, only Crush Crawfish. Zangief is Crush Crawfish. That would be something, wouldn't it?
That's the funniest thought ever. Zangief in a crawfish costume.
Why stop there? We could do it like the way Street Fighter V does it, so the characters' heads are still poking out, like they did with Roll and Mega Man's costumes for 5.
Or Airman.
No, because Airman covered the face.
Oh, did?
Airman is just straight up a model of Airman that looks like a costume. But the way Crush Crawfish would be, it would just be Zangief's head poking out where Crush Crawfish's face is supposed to be.
He's just got like a really funny expression.
Rip his model from X-Dive, rip Crush Crawfish's model from X-Dive, and port that into Street Fighter. Do it.
I mean, it's about the same size, so yeah.
Yeah, do it.
I don't know.
You don't have to. I'm telling the chat to do it.
I might commission something.
It seems like the dumbest thing ever, and it seems also like the best idea ever since everything. So, chat, how you guys holding up? Think I'm gonna win? No? Yes? Cast your vote now. Maybe. Maybe it's a great answer. Also, that thing on the ceiling is another enemy that reacts to your charge shot. Zeke said yes. Wait, are we out of bread? Use a tortilla, make yourself a wrap. No, it's 2 weeks later, bud. In this house, apparently. Also, hello, Zeke. Welcome. Oh, it was so close. One hit. 2. Of course, now I'm just taking all the careless mistakes. Think you might win. Just for that, I'm gonna lose, Jurio. Just for that. Just to prove everybody wrong. He's gonna do it! He's actually gonna win! Dies. Oh. Thank you for the confidence, though. Oh, shoot. What's next? Tigers are allowed in this forest, apparently. According to the achievement, updates on those achievements. The achievements are done by retroachievements.org. They allow emulators to use their services, and essentially, it allows you to get achievements on emulated games via their internal servers, which is nice. I actually really like using them. I was with them back when it was just NES and Game Boy games. Or Genesis. It was Genesis. They had just launched the SNES variant and NES games. And now it's all the way out to PlayStation and Saturn, and I think it's really cool. So we've got half of what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and go after Vile. I don't mind the backtrackiness of this game that much. So this is the easiest way to get to Vile's level. So all we have to do is... We have a lovely track here that is very repetitive. But it's actually a really good piece. I think this music track is actually really, really good. Just like that, we got all that. Dang it. Close, but no cigar. So we are going to use Ray Splash. We're going to buster his armor, and then we're going to Ray Splasher the second phase. You're trapped, X. Vile? Zero and I destroyed you years ago, so this has at least been more than 2 years past X1. I believe my official document said it's a year or two since X1. This factory is set to blow in a matter of minutes. Until then, I'll try to keep you busy. Vile in the ride armor isn't much of a hassle, although I don't like this fight. Means I don't have to fight Vile again, I will count it as a win. So you said it's Spinning Blade and Ray Splasher, correct? We're going to go ahead and reuse that. Yeah, this fight is annoying. Alright, up we go.
I have returned.
Welcome back. Made a peanut butter and jelly wrap.
Yeah, I'm disgusting. To my entire race.
Anyways, I never said that, but alright.
No, I'm saying I am because...
So, I'm
Any
gonna
Hispanic person
roll
would look at me.
back. They said Vile had 2 weaknesses? Spinning blade, yeah. So spinning blade and ray splasher. Dude, I'll use ray splasher for the first part and spinning blade on the second, or a mixture of both. I just don't want to get that picked up on the mic.
It shouldn't be too loud, because the game would be louder.
You'd think. Microphones have a funny thing with that.
Just like my microphone upstairs.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. I don't want to. I've seen certain mics pick that up. Other mics are like, yeah, it'll be automated. Some of them for pop filter reasons. I don't know. We're talking about lip smacking, by the way, chat, if you want to know what's going on. We're talking about mic pickup. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'm just a paranoid dingus, probably. Alright!
I like how Vile looks in this game. At least the way his sprites are animated. I'm not a fan of it.
That's fair.
He just looks like a shadow puppet that's flying around the room.
We're gonna do Gravity Beetle first, get the armor part, and then go back to him, because... No.
No?
No. This game keeps pulling fast ones on me, and I'm like, alright, this shouldn't be too hard, and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, we're gonna be just as hard as you remember. I'm like, oh, I've gotten better at classic Mega Man. That'll help me out in the X series. I didn't struggle too much with X1. No, we're gonna have just as many problems as I did the first time I played X3. Not that many, but still.
As many.
Not as many, yeah, because the first time I ever played X3 was the X Collection. On PS2.
Oh. I forgot there's two different ones.
Yep.
Because you say one is the X Collection and one is the X Legacy.
Yep. The way you can look at it is one is on PlayStation 4 and one is on PS2 and GameCube. And when it came to that version of X3, I struggled with it for a while. And I still do from time to time. And I figured this playthrough should be a little bit different from me struggling, but no, it's just as bad. I suck at X3. And this is one of the X games I say that I think I enjoy. So, keyword being I think. I have absolutely no idea. I should be honest with everybody. I have no idea if I actually enjoy X3 or not. Because every time I talk about it, I feel like I hate on this game.
I have good things to say about this game today, chat.
I like this game. I like a lot of what it's trying to do. I also think it's done better in nearly every other X game. It's
They should do a re-release of X3, but better.
I would love that. I'd love the fans to do that. But for X3, fans decided to focus more on playable Zero. No, I don't understand why playable Zero trumped getting a fair and balanced game, but...
Because if you lose Zero, therefore the game's bad.
I mean, I suppose it's...
No, I'm being the...
I know, but I'm just playing to that for a bit, because I have...
Oh, what?
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure on that either. But no, what I mean is, like I get losing Zero is a shame, and not
That's
some...
not the entire point of the game.
Okay, here's a pink capsule.
Did I mess up?
We do not... No, you did not. This is the one for the Buster. We're not going to collect this.
Well, don't you collect it regardless, or... Oh, no, wait, you have the choice to enter the capsule or not, that's right.
Yes. Your system can only handle one of the 4 chips. The game never tells you about the secret chip. Some people think this is bad game design. I say it's a secret for those who want it, who are planning on doing a challenge. So, we're not going to get that, but that just told you that yes, the Buster allows for a Giga attack to be charged up.
However, your systems are not able to handle all 4 chips.
Not at once.
Lies.
Well, no, because we don't get all 4 chips at once. We get 1 chip that does all.
That's true.
I like to imagine that Dr. Light wasn't working on all of these armors sequentially. And that perhaps most of the reasons why X gets... most of the reasons why X has problems in certain games, like, I like to imagine Dr. Light made those first 4 chips, something happened in his time, and then later on he went back to the max armor after completing, like, the Falcon armor and stuff. Foxnos' secret chip. Yeah.
The Tostito. It's hidden.
Chips sound kind of good right now.
They do.
Anyways.
Relaxing on gravity.
Floating on a cloud. That was me last night. I was floating on a cloud.
Really? Was it a sock?
No, it was a chair.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Chair equal cloud. Okay.
I was comfortable.
So wait, you're telling me those white things in the skies are called chairs?
Alright.
No, giant flying sheep.
Where did you get that one?
ASDF movie, there's a scene where the guy's just like, oh no, giant flying sheep! Those are clouds. You should watch it sometime. It's
I'm sure I've seen most of them. I haven't seen any of the more recent ones.
Yeah, oh, that one's an old one.
Okay, well then it's still been a while.
It's still been a while. The new ones are pretty funny though. Though one of them gives me extreme anxiety because of incomplete sentences.
Yep. Yep. And that's when Casey hates it when I do that. Sorry if you're a chat member and you also don't like it, but
Your stuttering also does it for me.
yeah, I can't help it. I'm kind of sort of focused.
I get that.
We're going after an armor piece, and
I like to mention there's some times where I'll be streaming and I'll just stay silent because I'm focusing that hard. And
I don't-
Chat will be like, "Are you dead?"
yeah, I don't want to. So as you can see, that didn't do anything. If I charge it up, that does. And here's what the armor does. Take this armor upgrade. The upgrade will decrease the damage done to your systems
By half.
As you receive damage, a defensive field will be generated to protect you. This is only protected against shots, weaker bullets that appear on the field. So, if you're wondering why, oh, the shield doesn't work, it does work. You're just not using it right. I promise you. It does, in fact, guard. It just doesn't guard in the way that you want it to guard. Sadly.
Maybe you should learn how the game works instead of just throwing shield as everything gets affected.
No. It was literally just a problem with the translation. It should have been it negates shots.
Wait, wasn't this placed during the day originally?
No, it was still at night, but now that the street lights are on because we've eaten Volt Catfish.
Oh, interesting. So we're still struggling to turn on because their circuits are broken.
Yeah, just that cold. So
We still didn't get to see the frog armor at all.
I'll show off the frog when we get a chance, but yes, I will. I gotta come down here and get one of the other armors. There's the heart tank.
Blizzard Heart.
And with that, I believe that's 5 heart tanks, and all we're missing is 1.
There should be 6.
No, there's 8.
8?
There's 8. There's 1 for each stage. I don't know. Mega Man 1, apparently.
That's probably what it is.
Because that and Challenger from the Future are the only ones with only 6 Robot Masters.
Painful.
Apparently. Clearing the ice blocks with Thunderfang is faster. Yeah, but I wanted to show off the right armor. I can play the game how I want. And here's what the lights did.
They do. Oh, they lit up
So imagine this on a CRT. Imagine how dark it is down here.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're not on a CRT.
No. So it's brightening up the whole thing.
I mean, we could show chat what it would look like on a CRT.
I could.
Hypothetically.
I don't really want to though, because that would ruin the video quality for them.
No, I meant by turning down the brightness of the...
Oh, they can do that.
Yeah,
They can do that themselves.
Now get out of here and get me more pictures of Spider-Man.
Oh my gosh.
No, get me more pictures of the MegaManX. What?
I'm just gonna go continue my journey through this. Alright, let's see here. We don't have the helmet yet. I know this chip's there. We didn't get a heart piece here, did we?
That's a very good question. I do not know.
We're gonna go to Volt Pet Catfish and try to fight Vile again. We have to do it before we fight the final stage, so.
I know you really dislike that joke, but I'm just thinking, wouldn't that be Xander Payne?
Xander Payne doesn't care about Mega Man, he cares about robots as a whole.
No, but he would be the one preaching to everyone that he's also the reason why everything is going wrong because of Mega Man. But then again, you're right.
No, because he knows that Mega Man does good. He just doesn't like robots as a whole.
That's fair. Clearing ice blocks. Oh, you already read that.
Yep.
I'm like that one guide in a video game that reads useless information to you that you already know.
I do like the way this sprite looks, but I think the full sprite looks a lot nicer.
What do you mean?
One with the armor.
Oh, the armor one. Oh. You didn't specify, so...
The armored sprite looks good with the helmet. Without the helmet, it looks a little goofy.
Oh my god, now that you mentioned that. Now I can't unsee it.
Yeah, just a little goofy. So the two explanations you get is if you don't beat him with his weapon, Vile gets mad and trashes the place, and if you didn't fight him at all, he gets mad that he didn't get to fight you and forces a fight with you. There we go. Now we're taking a little bit more reasonable damage. Just gonna work our way around the left and right of Vile. Oh, what an angry little sociopath.
And we never see Vile again.
You wish.
We see them in X Dive.
And X8.
Shitting me.
I'm not. Never see Vile again. Except for all the other times. And Zero too. That doesn't count. That's not Vile.
That's V-Day.
No, Dr. Vile is... Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm sorry, but it kind of looked like X was giving a thumbs up for a second.
Will haunt you to the day you die. And now we are set up for the next, for the end. This place is set to explode, so escape sequence time.
You weren't joking.
I was not. Why would I kid?
Because X isn't in real danger. Because
No, if that goes off, we die. This climb is really annoying if you haven't beaten Volt Catfish's stage yet. There you go! But you're right back in the level. Correct me if I'm wrong, can we escape the stage and be safe, or do we have to finish it?
I do not know. Probably best to finish the stage.
Well, I'm asking the chat, because... Because we are now at 2.5 hours. I said this was a long one. Not as long as Extreme 2, but...
Ryu says they actually don't know.
Cool. So then it'd probably be best if I just finished the level. Doesn't hurt anything if I do, so... If I bet Vile his teleporter... Yeah, I'll bet it all on Vile that his teleporter's gone. I know, you say if you beat Vile, it disappears, but you just said bet, so...
If you bet against Vile, he will get rid of your teleporter.
Oh no, I can't leave now.
Looks like I'll have to fight him.
Oh boy.
Vile loses in a game of poker. Many Reploids slaughtered.
Their teleporters were broken.
The great teleporter has the 21.
21XX.
Yeah.
Because Casey can't speak it.
I almost said 21,000.
21,222,000. Start naming. 222. Anyways. I'm actually getting really hungry now. I wasn't expecting X3 to take this long. Eat your teleporter. No, they actually do just...
I can't have it. You can't either, X.
They're either blocked off or disappear.
I think they're still there. They just no longer function.
Alright, we're gonna go across Crawfish's stage, try to get the heart piece here. And whatever else I'm missing, because, of course, I'm probably missing quite a lot. Okay, so...
Who could it be?
a single enemy.
What was that? No, because you weren't facing the right direction, so X just looked really goofy.
Alright, there's the heart piece. That was all that we were missing from there.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and save it real quick, see where we're at. I'm not breaking this up into 2 parts. We're doing this all today.
Just like I did with New Luigi U.
Yeah, new Super Luigi U. Figure we're this far in. There's no reason we shouldn't have all of this done. All right.
You just make part 2, and it's only a 20-minute episode.
I've done that before, actually. I had to lengthen my time with something, and I just played random stuff in between. Figure X3 is meaty enough to where if I actually cut it off here, I'm sure the final part would still be 2 hours. I'm not even kidding. So I believe Triad Thunder's the one we want. X has all sorts of animations in this game.
Yeah, he seems much more animated than he does in any other game that I've seen so far.
Which is saying a lot, because X8 and Maverick Hunter X, as well as X4, 5, and 6 all have some really good animations, but this game just goes above and beyond with it. Alright. Real close.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah, talk about being too close for comfort.
That thing barely does any damage, if it does any at all. I've never really let them go all the way down usually, so. Okay, Triad Thunder again. Then we can escape this stage. And here's the helmet. So this is a really nice upgrade. So this allows us to know exactly X get in the capsule. I don't know what that was all about. Time waster of the upgrade. Yeah, I know it wastes time, but it's really cool. I like it at least. X get in the capsule. So it shows the layout of the stages and where any items are at.
Cool. I don't see any.
Yep. So we've cleared out this stage. It'll also show you where the pink capsules are at. So you kind of gotta be careful about which ones you're listening to.
Does it color code them or say anything?
No, it's red dots on a map. Let's see. Yeah, and now on the get screen, it'll show you if you've gotten everything. So here we need the kangaroo armor. There we're missing a life up. We're missing charge H and question mark. Oh, charge hyper. That's one of that's the pink chip. I think. Or no, change. Yeah, kangaroo and then yeah, we're missing 2. Regardless, let's just go after Blast Hornet and then we'll go get those last 2 upgrades and yeah, time waster of the video game.
Yippee! Having so much fun.
Yeah, so much fun. We're at 38 views right now. We've got less views than yesterday. But yeah, there's where the part is. But yeah, X seems a lot nicer with this upgrade. I just like the way this looks. So far, everything has gone not according to plan, but at least as best as I could have hoped. I don't feel like we've done that great, but I feel like we've done better than some would.
That's fair.
Better than a newcomer,
Better than me.
probably. So, like, for that, we need one of the upgrades. I believe we need the kangaroo parts for that. So yes, all of the ride armors actually are listed in that field guide. If you want to go ahead and check out the...
I'm pulling the book up again. Let's see here.
Alright, so this should force a bite fight as well. In the next mini-boss room. Here's how you take care of this guy without getting damaged too much.
Chimera, kangaroo, and frog.
And then there's one more.
Hawk.
Hawk. That's the... Hawk is the one we want, but we gotta get kangaroo to get Hawk, so...
Cause you gotta hop on over.
You gotta hop on over there. Alright, we're gonna try to get as much energy as we can. Oh wait, mini-boss is already dead. Alright.
There he is, the man of the hour.
We have to buster only this guy. Won't be too much of an issue. I mean, he's launching me around quite a lot, but... That is a gravity well. It'll pull you in. Alright, we'll go ahead and use a sub-tank. And this is why I was not worried about Bite. Bit I worry about. Bite I just kind of shrug at. Alright, now we will use that sub-tank. This really is just... This is the longest X game, next to X8. X8 just has a lot going on. I have a lot to explain there. X3 is just long because it's long.
Can my boy just chill?
I don't know. By the way, I believe I cannot hit him with any special weapons, or like none of the ones that are his weakness.
That certainly sucks.
Yep, that's why I was kind of hoping for the mini-boss, but since I believe it was Gravity Beetle was beaten, they're all gone. So I just kind of have to wing it. Quit bouncing me around all the walls, please. What made you lose subscribers this time? Oh, it was X3.
Oh, dang.
I am probably going to take a 10, 15, 5-ish minute break. Something short. Just to get something small to eat.
That's fair.
Casey, if you want to heat up one of those ramens for me.
Alright.
Shrimp, preferably, because it doesn't have much of a smell.
Alright, I will make you shrimp.
We're gonna make a small detour, because I
needed to get up to stretch because my body was just sweating. Getting the threats.
Yeah, you're good. I don't know what it qualified as not taking damage, because I definitely took damage during that fight. I think it's just misreading something. And that's all the mini-boss is done. That's all 3 of them. So now all we have to do is take out everybody else. Get all the rest of the upgrades and go for gold armor. Might take me a day or 2 to get to Extreme 2. I would love to get it all done all in one row. But I think Extreme 2 is going to take me a bit to get to, just due to the fact that Extreme 2 has a lot of content. I'm going to look for some improvement patches, probably, just to see if we can get any. Oh, well, it was nice having you while we did, Giroux. Thank you for all the tips. Thanks for enjoying. The rest of this will be up on YouTube for you to watch later. Ooh. X3. X3 is one of those games that just wear me out by the end. By the end of it, I'm just going to be exhausted, and I know it. Parasitic Bomb. Now we have Dr. Kane. This is the last time we will see Dr. Kane alive. Sadly. Controlled by Doppler. And analyzed them and found out that... So the chance says F. Yeah. F is how I feel. Dr. Doppler is trying to create a powerful new battle body by collecting the special abilities from the latest breed of Reploids. Battle body? First, I thought Dr. Doppler was trying to create it for himself, but the information indicated that he will not be able to interface with it, so it must be for someone else. He's called Dr. Kane because he's old. His name is Kane. C-A-I-N, not C-A-N-E. I believe Cain and Abel is actually the story they're going with. Sylveon Chan, you're completely correct, as far as I know. It's not the only religious style reference in the X series. There's quite a number of them. X8 is very liberal with their use of them. I actually think X8 has some of the neatest liberal references when you play it. And it changes the meaning of some of the stuff, too. Alright, time to go to the save mode. Here's hoping. We should be at 7 heart pieces, 4 sub-tanks, all weapons, and we're missing 2 ride armors. Yep. And there is his hidden base. Right in the center of everything. So let's go get the kangaroo parts, shall we? We need the frog parts to get the kangaroo parts, and we need the leg parts to get the frog parts. So one of those is a pink capsule. We don't need. So see, these guys have been downgraded, I believe. Beforehand, they had, like, charge shots and stuff. We want to get as much extra health as possible. I don't remember if there was any great ways of grinding in X3. But we do want full sub-tanks. Because that's going to be what allows us to get the gold armor. Frost shield on Blizzard Buffalo stage. We can try it. X3, it just keeps going. X3, why won't it end? Everybody's sobbing and crying around me. Yeah, no, X3 is tough as heck. Casey, you want to see the frog armor, right? Jumps like a frog.
I heard Froggy.
Look at him go.
Hey, Froggy.
Propellers on the back.
Yep. With the dash button, it allows me to do this.
Okay, cool.
The missiles home in on stuff. Right up this way is... Oh, another one of the pink capsules.
It's spooky.
Here's the leg capsule upgrade. This one allows us to dash twice in midair in a row. So then you can dash jump and then air dash, which is really satisfying. And I don't think it comes back until X or X8, I believe. So... I believe it was the Icarus armor that allows you to do that.
I believe Icarus, it allows you Icarus to do things Icarus.
Not Kid Icarus.
I'm going to bust you a board.
Okay. Pink. The helmet can, the gold armor helmet can, but we can't get one of the 4 chips and then the final chip. We can't swap them like that. So... Alright, then if it wasn't up there, then it must have been up to the left. You can swap between the 4 chips, yeah, but you can't swap between the 4 chips and the final upgrade. That's what I'm trying to say here, is you can't swap the 4 chips to the final upgrade. Where in the world was it in that stage? So that's there, and that's down there. One of those is a pink capsule. What's the final upgrade do? It combines all 4. So you get 2 dashes, you get a helmet that recovers HP, and a whole bunch of other really nifty goodies. But like a Buster that does a Giga Crash, Okay, that was where the sub-tank was. And that was this upgrade. So this is the body upgrade. You take a 4th damage or a 3rd damage, and your shield is upgraded as well. Okay, but it was all at the start of the stage, so... What? I'm sorry, I'm confused. How do I get the final upgrade? Well, I have to have everything and visit the final, the first of the final levels. We're already set up for 0, we're just not set up for that. We're set up for the Z-Saber upgrade, we're just not set up for the gold armor yet, until we have all the heart pieces. And that requires... Okay, and that just dinks off. Doesn't do it, does it? It hits it. There we go. There's the Hawk armor. And this one lets us fly, and I believe it shoots off the same... yeah. We have a dashing hover. And that's going to allow us to get the heart piece. And... no. That's a pink capsule. My brain is blanking. We're gonna go get that final thing, and then go to the last part of the stage. As you can see, these guys are now weakened. They shoot slower, they shoot less often, they don't home in. I don't know if it was something that was swapped around. I remember somebody saying that it did the opposite, but here it is, plain as day. X3, I feel like, has more secrets in it than what most people realize. What?
One or two shrooms.
Just one. Just one. One shrimp. Alright, and then this will be the final upgrade, the kangaroo armor. So where is it? Up the shaft to the right. One screen down from there. Or a screen back from the final rise? I'm gonna presume it's the final rise there. So there's that, and if I pause, I'm almost at one full sub, so it's not too hard to fill it up in the Doppler stages. It just takes a little bit. This is the part of X3 that I feel kind of drags. The backtracking is definitely a point against this game. And I think it's the main reason most people put... That and the difficulty are the main reasons it's not my favorite X game. Because my favorite is either X8 or Maverick Hunter X. Just those two are just so good. Command Mission is pretty good as well, but... What? I didn't think... YouTube didn't lower anything as far as I know. Did they? Because I thought it was still... Because they changed the requirements a while back. They changed what they meant. And now I have to hit like 1,000 each year and... whatnot. But that was a change they made a while ago. If they lowered the subscription count, I would already be ready for it. But I understand like 1,000 subs is required. I only need 500 subs now. Well, hot damn. Let me see if I am eligible, and after the stream, and I'll do that, but I still gotta finish X3, so... Okay, so that was the pink capsule. So after this final rise, I want to go left. X3 here is one of those tricky bits. What are we sitting at? Studio. No, I still need to reach 1,000 subs. I still need 4,000 public watch hours in the last 365 days. Or I need 10 million shorts views. I still need 1,000. So that is incorrect. Did they announce they were lowering that? Okay, but that's not where that would be at. So then where is that last piece? Yeah, because that's the... Change frog, change kangaroo. No, Karmic, it's not 500, it's not been lowered. You're mistaken. You are mistaken, it is not lowered. It has not been lowered at all. The stakes did change a while back, but they're the same stakes. It just added a way to do it with shorts. Which, I mean, I could crank out shorts left and right. But it'll be the most draining process for me. Because I didn't sign up to YouTube to do shorts content. I did it to do live streaming content. And video game review stuff. But no, they did not lower the stuff. I literally just checked the studio page. Alright, we're looking at... So there was that, and it comes across here. If anybody wants to tell me where the kangaroo parts are, that would be fantastic, because I have no idea where they're at. Because under here would be to the right there. Go up, question mark? Well, I think I have to go up in the water here. Which, I mean, I can kind of do. Thank you. Thank you. Yep, now I remember. Thank you so much. Frost shield charged underwater. Assuming right here is a good spot for it, and that should put me right next to it, and I can do a air dash straight up into the air. There we go. Yeah, the boots also allow you to jump in on top of the water, which is nice. And now I can finally start Dr. Doppler stages. It only took 3 hours. I believe X6 we're gonna have to break into multiple parts for the same reasons as this game taking so long. Backtracking is just all over the place. For X7 I'm doing something special with that, so let's just double check. Pink capsule. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we are good to go into here. This theme is one of my favorites. So, none of your accolades up to this point will help you out in this level. So, none of the enemies are going to be affected. Our main goal is to have max health by the time we reach where the pink capsule is supposed to be at. This section is annoying, and this is actually the start of where I feel the dev team should have had more time ironing out the flaws of X3. But the true problem doesn't ever show its head until the end of the game, of course. Here's a challenge that would have been better fitted for X2. That other hand will always reach further than the first. Zero here will stop the ceiling from falling down. So it's good to keep Zero alive. He will do this as long as you've kept him alive. Kind of forgot you could play as him, honestly. Here's the cutscene for this. They've been modified by Dr. Doppler into war machines. Be careful. Scout around. I'll catch up later. So you can call Zero for any part of the stage, but we're going to save him for Doppler stage 2. When we properly need Zero. I believe there is a point in the stage that's a little bit easier for grinding right up here. Yep, we're gonna want to hop up that way. So we are finally on the Doppler stage 1.
Yay! Everyone have returned.
Casey has returned with a bowl of ramen that I cannot wait to have. Where's all the broth? Where's all the broth?
Oh, you keep the broth in there?
Yeah, that has all the flavor.
That's on me, I'm sorry.
Yeah, these are just ramen noodles now.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, there's hardly any shrimp flavor in there. I was wondering what was taking you so long. I was like, what the hell? Clean a bowl, 30 seconds. Ramen takes 3 minutes to cook. Then you give the bowl out.
That's on me.
Do you drain the...
Yeah, I do.
Why? It gets rid of all the flavor. Ramen broth is part of the experience of eating ramen.
I don't know. I guess that's just how my mom always prepared it for me, and I was just like, oh, yeah.
That's a really weird way to eat ramen. I'm just pointing it out there. Regardless, we got the
Kangaroo and the hog.
Yep. Ramen without broth. All 4 question marks. Yep.
Judge me, I'm weird.
Yeah, I think I will judge just a little bit. Just a bit. Alright, so here is where we needed full health for.
Well, if you are to, you have to file a complaint with the manufacturer.
All flavorless ramen, says Fox now.
It's not flavorless!
Doesn't smell like it has any more flavor. It smells like just the dried noodles. Install this chip to enhance all your parts. The station should now be improved. Good luck, X. So, this is the hidden secret capsule I was talking about. Let me see if this has any flavor. That was the most dry bite I've ever had. I'm gonna make you ramen the right way and show you. So, as you can see,
Casey has fucked up the ramen. She will know
when we stand still, we fill up not only our health but our sub tanks.
Interesting. This is the one you were telling me about.
That's the helmet. So the chances we're gate now. Our charge shot has not changed. However, we have the hypercharge, which is its own thing.
Oh yeah, this is the one you were telling me about that gives you all pieces, right?
We've got 2 air dashes, and our armor is down to a 4th or a 3rd. I do not remember which. If you want to read up on the gold max armor real quick.
I believe.
Do you remember what we set as the fast forward hotkey for this?
I do not remember, but we can check, and plus chat won't be able to see it.
I believe so, yeah. Hotkeys.
What do you mean?
Fast forward, keyboard R.
Well, I meant you opening the menus is what they can't see.
Oh, I thought they could.
No, they can't. I discovered this on my own. Because it opens it up as a separate window. Casey is no longer allowed to make ramen.
Boxino has banned you. So we just filled up all of our sub-tanks by standing still.
Well, too bad. I'll continue to prepare ramen. I haven't learned how to make it the right way. My mom can do it where the flavor is still in the noodles without the broth. I don't know how she does it.
The way they make it in Japan is
With the broth.
with the broth. The noodles don't. There might be something wrong with your account, / you might need to re-log in. Okay,
What's
well,
going on?
we will double check. According to Truman, they have lowered the requirements needed for YouTube partnership.
So super chat and stuff like that? Or?
Partnership, meaning I get paid for it.
Oh, okay.
Which has been the whole goal the entire time, was to get paid while doing this. So, hey, we'll give it a go. But here we go. Only Bite is here.
Those are rocket armors. Those are vehicles. 0 axle forms. Okay.
There's the armors. No, keep going. Keep going backwards. Max, and then we should have the... Yeah, it should be with the max armor back over there. Alright, and this is Gata Karma machine thing. Ray Splasher's its weakness. We weakened it already by beating Bit with the weakness. As you can see, it takes more damage. We're going to go ahead and use one of our sub-tanks since we no longer need to worry. Use the Hyperbuster. The Hyperbuster just has instant charge shots.
It doesn't say anything else. It just says that...
It doesn't say anything about the gold max armor?
No. It just says that it gives his armor a golden sheen now. So it just has the benefits of everything else. There is no difference. It's just gold now.
Alright, I'm gonna fry an egg on top of that, I think. It's gonna help keep me awake, but...
Force me to eat it because it was my mistake.
No. I'm not gonna force you to eat it. I'm gonna show you how to properly make ramen. So, even these enemies have been upgraded with extra armor pieces. So this is the stage that would have been changed with Vile being not defeated. The glass in the background would be broken, the foreground stage would be busted. All of these enemies would actually be weaker because Vile came through here and destroyed half their stuff.
Are they visibly weaker or?
Visibly weaker and also slightly different. Like these guys would be down to no armor, or the green version if I remember correctly, one of the two.
Oh, I thought you meant like you could see the like missing.
Well, yeah, they're
like pieces of.
Well, watch. well, like the background on the sides, the entire layout of all of this would be changed slightly. We need the frog armor for this section. Frog armor is just gonna come in handy all over the place. And then before we fight the mini-boss, we're gonna go in with Zero because we can't call Zero in during boss fights or mini-boss fights. Essentially, Zero just cannot take the place of X. Oh gosh. Freaking turtles. Alright. Let me show you what happens with Frost Shield underwater here. This was something I forgot.
Oh wait, this is stage 2, is it not? Or is it still stage 1?
No, it's stage 2.
Okay.
And here we have one of the things that make the max armor freaking necessary.
Whoa. That is a drastic change.
Yep. So here's what we do. We hit R on the menu, and then I believe it's start. Yep. And X will be swapped out with Zero. Zero needs to win this fight. Here you go. And this will set us up for the best ending. Hello, Liam. Welcome. Use the Z-Saber, one-hit kill. And this cutscene plays out where it destroys itself right on top of Zero. Say morning because you just woke up. Well, I'm just existing. I'm gonna eat the rest of this ramen, please. I'm going to. We're gonna teach you to cook with flavor. This is worse than a white girl. That's the joke, right? White girls don't season things.
That kind of fucking hurts.
You know how to
Rip
cook,
Zero's Buster? No. Rip Gavin's ramen.
Okay, like
Once
part
again-
of this has seasoning, but not all of this. My little brother kept draining his ramen too when he was growing up, but I couldn't. I told him, "Why did you do it like that?" I'm like, "I don't know." But the way he'd drain it, he would drink it. And with that, we now have Zero Saber, and our charge goes up another level. 1, 2, Saber.
No, that's not a charge. That's just an item.
Well, that charge is also a one-hit kill for everything in the game. Including bosses. Everything except for Sigma.
Sigma's back again.
We're gonna heal.
When will he ever learn?
Well, he's a virus, so he doesn't stop showing up. Like, he's not in command mission, and he's not the true final boss of X8, but...
So, if the world... Well, even though I know Battle Network never happened because that's a different timeline, right?
Battle Network happened on its own thing, but yeah.
If it were to happen, would we ever see a Sigma virus?
Possibly. Possibly, maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
I'm curious as well.
No idea. My bet...
Philosophized? Is that the word I'm looking for?
My best guess is... maybe? Question mark? Yeah. This is incredibly annoying. I generally don't get past... If it's not this stage, then it's Sigma that I struggle on. This stage usually, it either this one or Sigma will give me problems, and it's probably going to be Sigma this time around. We're just gonna wait. Please climb back up.
I see why most people don't know this section.
Ah, you see, do you?
Oh, do ya?
Ah, you see, see? Yeah,
I
no.
wasn't here, see?
Yeah, this is absolutely annoying.
What's up with that limbo robot?
The one that I'm riding on? Or the one that ducks down when you shoot?
I think they're talking about the one that bends backwards. Because that's the only one that, you know, does a limbo.
Yeah, it just... Oh, come
That is
on!
Poppycock.
Yeah, he just ducks down when you shoot at him. Need to hit him with either something that goes low to the ground. Okay. Watch, then Sigma will still give me problems, because, of course.
No, Sigma appears out of nowhere. I'm tired of your stalling, X.
Sigma just shows up here. Battle body's ready. No. Please no. Please no. Don't do it.
Oh, you're a wall now.
I'm telling you guys now, if there is an X3 randomizer, I won't play it. Sorry.
How come?
Kaiser Sigma. Just go through that book and look up Kaiser Sigma.
I saw Kaiser Sigma. I had the most realistic nightmare today. Oh.
Well, at least you're okay.
What could this be? Why it's a launch octopus, of course.
See how much damage that did?
Yeah.
That was one hit. That is why the Z-Saber is ridiculous. It's great against Kaiser Sigma if you can hit him. So flip over to that image of Kaiser Sigma real fast in the book. I want to show you where his hitbox is.
It's a really tiny spot right on his forehead.
It's his head.
Yeah, that's a
It's his head.
Yeah.
X is as tall as the boot. And we fight it in a narrow room. Yeah, the thing fills up most of the screen, kind of like the Yellow Devil did in Mega Man 1, but kind of worse in every respect. Kaiser Sigma is where I generally stop playing, because it's where both I start to lose it and yeah. Luckily, we have a boss refights first.
Now, chat, you choose.
Yeah, sure, why not? Chat, you pick. Here's how they decide to do the healing factor for this. Every time you go to a new capsule, this respawns. Top left. I will say it's this one. Ah, Blizzard Biffalo.
It's Blizzard Bumbo. Dude, you good?
Me or him?
Him. And you.
I'm tired. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't want to eat that ramen, do you?
I finished it, but it was certainly, you certainly managed to wash all the flavor out of it.
I think it's because I put too much water in it. I'm always toasting that.
How much water is your mom using in it?
Good question. I don't know.
Double checking to make sure. Next pick. I'm gonna go around the room. Anybody? Even got capsules down here.
Hard right.
This one?
Yeah.
Chat can pick the next one. Bottom right's the next one after that. Yeah, he can guard that.
How do you block the Z-Saber?
I don't know.
It's impossible. No one can deflect the Emerald Splash.
Everybody can deflect the Emerald Splash. It's why you died.
What? I'm not...
Hey, you made the JoJo reference, I'm just saying.
I did. It's funny. He's like, I'm not dead. Just imagine Neo punching him back.
Liam says that capsule music is pretty funky. I would say it definitely is.
I'm putting the headphones on because I do not put them.
I think they're talking about this. Bottom right. And then they say bottom right, right. So I'm assuming this and then the other.
Yeah.
You guys can keep picking them. I do not mind doing these in any order.
Maybe you should assign them by numbers, going clockwise.
Nah, I'm good. If they get confused, they get confused.
There's 8 bosses.
Yeah, but if I number them, then it doesn't matter. Bottom right, right. I'm assuming is the furthest to the right one.
That one.
All right.
Crush crawfish.
I'm sure we'll have a lot more jokes to crack during Extreme 2. Yeah, you see how much... See why I wanted the Z-Saber?
No, he didn't die, that's what I was surprised by.
No, but he just does that much damage. Like, yeah, it's not as much as the Hadouken, but the fact that you can use it even while you're damaged, it's perfect.
Good. That is really funny to hear sped up.
Next capsule, anybody? Casey?
That one right there. The one you just landed next to.
Chat, pick the next, please. All the while, I just absolutely shred these guys.
It's Gravity Dragoon.
Nice, Rhino Beetle. Yep, Gravity Beetle is pretty fun. There's actually going to be another Rhino Beetle later on in the series, in Zero. Next choice. Top right. Now it's everybody on the right knocked out. Okay, okay, X. You want to hit the button when I hit the button, or no? It also gives me a chance to show off all of these neat moves. Casey's just sitting with her mouth agape.
He deflected them. Sorry. I just can't think of it as anything else because it's like emerald green.
Anytime Zero Saber gets reflected, oh, it's the Emerald Splash. Alright. We've got
Nice refill, dude.
left and right. Anybody? Alright, thanks, Zeke. Both, but left.
Here we go again, up, down.
Up, down, down, left. See, this is what happens when I give them free will. I give them a choice. I give them the option of free will. What do I get? Left, right, top, bottom. Down, up.
Start
That's
making
a
chicken noises.
that's a chicken.
I like chicken. What's wrong with chicken?
Not one of the options.
It's a chicken.
Hamburger patty or egg?
That's a chicken.
The two meats in my house at the moment: hamburger patty, egg.
Egg. You
One of the-
broke the nasty chicken.
That's not a chicken,
It's
Casey.
chicken, it's fine.
We don't have a chicken until Bird Rooster in X8.
That's not a chicken. That's a rooster.
At this point, Gavin's just about had it with me.
At this point, X3 has broken the poor cat, and the cat's video ideas are just out the wall crazy.
We stream previews, by the way. Up, down, left, right, BA. Ooh, not good. Which I found out does not work in Kid Dracula. Famicom.
When did you learn that?
When I played it on stream,
Did you find out that it just soft locks the game and tells you to stop, you stupid cheater?
it didn't tell you that. It
Doesn't
just
tell you?
didn't work.
When you do it on the title screen in Kid Dracula,
Oh, in the title screen?
yeah.
It was mid-game.
No, you don't do it mid-game. You always do it at the start of the title screen.
You can also do it mid-game in some games.
Most of them want you to do it at the title screen, Casey.
I didn't know that.
If you do it at the title screen, it boots you to a blank screen and tells you, not this time. And then Kid Dracula walks out, please restart the console. And she's trying it. Just make sure the volume's off.
I will.
Alright, we have made it past that, and we are on to what is going to be probably the death of me. We have Dr. Doppler's fight. How do you think this man stands?
He doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't. Is that your guess?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean in terms of standing?
Like, is he old? Is he crippled? What's going on with him?
Oh. No, he has to be... His lower body has to be completely mechanical. That's the reason why he...
Oh yeah, he's a Reploid, but that's not what I'm talking about. Is he old? Is he hunched over? Is he a young man? How's he standing? It doesn't matter, you got it wrong. This man's a goddamn fighter. Here you go.
Yeah, I knew he was gonna be a fight. But I thought you meant, like, how's he standing? I'm like, with his legs, duh.
Some of these moves aren't seen again until way later.
Whose moves? His?
Yep. Like that right there, that is Shield Sheldon's attack. As you can see, that heals him.
Oh, when you attack during that shield?
Yep.
So it's like the side magnet thing from when Ness uses it in Smash.
Doesn't matter, Z-Saber destroys all. The Z-Saber destroys us all!
That's hilarious. Sorry, nothing this time. That's cute. I like that. It does soft block. That's adorable.
Yep. So we knocked him to his senses, because he wasn't actually Maverick, but Sigma was just controlling him. But Sigma made him do the bodies, make all of the bodies, and he's working on an antivirus at the moment to stop Sigma. We're going to go ahead and save, because, of course, why wouldn't I? If something catastrophic happens here, and I, per se, reset the console, we are starting back at Doppel Stage 1. Yes.
I didn't raise my hand for a question.
Yes.
I didn't raise my hand for a question.
Yes.
No.
They don't have hands to raise.
What?
No, the chat. They don't have... So,
They could technically raise hands.
remember how I said he made bodies for Sigma?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7, 8.
We destroy a lot of these, but we don't get away with all of them. Yeah, see this jump here? There's another escape sequence later on, by the way.
That marks 22.
Yep. When Captain America throws his mighty shield over here.
Oh,
I wasn't kidding.
you weren't kidding. So your only chance of attack is when he throws the shield out of the way.
Yep.
I can do this all day, X.
And Captain America plays Boomerang on his TV. Everybody cries. I don't believe we refill health in cutscenes. So that wasn't too bad, right?
No, it wasn't. Well done, X, but I'm far stronger than my previous forms. Behold the power of the ultimate battle body.
Meet Kaiser Sigma. That head is his hitbox. I have to hit him in the head.
Okay, this could be worse.
It is. That's his hitbox. The gem on his head is his hitbox.
Because isn't that the source of every Reploid's power?
No.
Look at his tiny head.
And I can't be sliding up against the wall to use the Z-Saber, so I'm either bustering it or nothing. Or I'm getting really good at timing.
You can't use it against or while in midair, or
I can, it's delayed.
oh. You might want to use a sub tank.
This will be the final sub-tank. See now why Kaiser Sigma is the one I usually die at. Even with X jacked out like this, I still have to use the Buster. Buster's his weakness.
This boss is atrocious.
Yep. And this is what I said needed work. Anyways, we're gonna fill up all 4 sub-tanks here real quick.
Well, how are you doing, Gavin?
I'm fine. Could be better.
All of a sudden, this Sigma just breaks out of there and just attacks X.
Yeah,
Are they all?
they're all filled.
That was quick.
It's because I was fast forwarding.
I didn't know how slow the recharge rate was.
I mean, it's fairly slow if I'm just standing here. My fast forward is also like 8 times the speed.
That's fair. Z-Saber is everyone's weakness.
Yeah, but it's hard to hit Kaiser Sigma with it. You only have to hit him with it twice, but
He hits like a truck.
I don't remember his weakness for this form. In fact, I don't remember his weakness for Kaiser Sigma either, but I could have sworn it was just Buster. His weakness is blades, thank you.
I could have told you that.
I'm assuming that's for the first phase and not the second phase.
The only weapon seemingly capable of inflicting damage to Kaiser Sigma's weak spot are charged Z-Buster shots and the blaze of the Z-Saber. So,
Great.
donut shots will work.
The X7 Sigma fight is kind of fun. This is the weakest part of this game.
You have defeated me, X, but not for long.
Yeah, you can't refill during anything else. Well, I hit start. Hang on.
You don't have to rewind or anything?
That was what I was gonna check.
Hotkeys.
Hotkeys. Fast.
Rewind right there underneath system.
Okay, that was annoying.
That was a really lucky shot.
Okay. Casey, can you take this ball?
I will take this bolt.
I need to make a save state.
I guess I have to say it.
Because this game isn't over yet.
You haven't won yet, X.
Fox knows. You did it! No, I didn't. This is the part of the game where if you didn't get all the armor parts, you're fucked. Sigma's head! In his viral form. And lava. And that was X3. Now I'm done. How do you feel about that, by the way? If you die, you have to refight all three forms of Sigma. Yeah, I don't know. The game was fine until we started the Doppler stages. Yeah, it really was. And I think the Doppler stages are the weakest part of the game. And this is an ongoing problem with X, where the final stages just drag for some reason. X5 has this problem. X6 has this problem. X7 has the reverse problem. X8 doesn't have the problem, which is weird. But I believe Extreme 2 does as well. X-Dive doesn't, but X-Dive also doesn't have that many problems aside from being a gacha game. Luckily, the offline version is coming, So, Doppler put the antivirus in himself to try to keep Sigma at bay. But this isn't going to stop Sigma, he's just going to come back later on. In Extreme 2, specifically. So I think Minakuchi didn't do a bad job, but this game is rough. Specifically during the balancing stages at the final boss, but aside from that, this isn't bad. And the music here is really, really good. The PlayStation version just has some beautiful pieces.
No.
There is an ending that you get if you keep Zero around throughout the whole game. He is here on this cliff. In my opinion, that's not a better ending because Dr. Doppler's still alive. And I figure we can just get rid of Doppler and Sigma at once, and that is the true ending for this game. Zero can be fixed. He's not dead, he's just damaged. So, this song is going to get me copyrighted, without a doubt, because this is from the Japanese original. You can look up the version with lyrics, but I will not be featuring that on this channel. For Extreme 2, we'll be using an emulator again, and X4, we will be going back to the X Legacy Collection. Unless there is an improvement patch for X4, which I doubt there is, because a lot of people like X4. A lot of people like X4. It's usually second to first in terms of what people like and don't like. To save mankind, he must destroy Zero. But only time will tell when and why. Yeah, except you don't. Gee, spoilers, exactly, Sylvian. We'll get to X5 when we get there. And 6, and 0. But, we've got this ending now, and the ending music in the Japanese version is One More Time. Here, it is this original piece, and I actually like this piece quite a lot. I've used it before in the past on older videos, and I continue to use it to this day. This is one of those pieces I know that can't get me in too much trouble, and it's just a good piece overall. Casey got jump scared by slightly tilting a bowl with a fork in it.
I didn't want to drop the fork.
You're fine.
Because then it would have made a lot of noise and caused stress in chat, and they would have yelled at me.
Nah, you're fine. Nobody's yelling at you. Anyways,
X's.
we get these lovely little cutscenes here. These cutscenes are never seen throughout the rest of the game, and I wish there was higher quality colored versions of all of them, but there isn't, sadly. But the way they captured this background was actually by recording the SNES version. Somebody had to play all the way through the SNES version to get these cutscenes. And then they overlaid them as FMVs with this over top. I think if they did a remake of X3 with the same graphics, with different difficulty options, and a few more secrets here and there, and a change to the final boss. That's what I said. Change in difficulty. And whatnot. I feel like you could do the ending a lot more justice. Mega Man Maverick Hunter X2 and X3 would have been so good. Foxo says, shall ever forever judge you for your work crimes.
You'll never catch me alive!
I caught her.
Damn it.
But yeah, X3 here. It's got a great soundtrack for the PlayStation version, at least. The SNES version, it's a little rough around the edges. The gameplay is good. Kaiser Sigma's annoying, and the final stages are not worth playing. This does set up the rest of the games in the series, and really proves that Sigma is a virus, but I don't know how to feel about this. This game is a game, and I am glad it's over. I'm sorry that it took 4 hours for me to do this.
Guess you could say it took forever.
I suppose after this, though, we'll have a little story to tell, I suppose. And now I don't have to touch X3 ever again.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you know I probably will somewhere down the line. There you go, there's the name. See, car machine. With a K, not a C.
It says with it.
It said with a K there in the credits. Does the book say with a C? Because the game says with a K.
Well, wait, how is it spelled again?
Well, the chat spelled it with a C.
No, I meant the first letter.
It's God. It's G. But you're not going to find it in the book. It's going to be under bit and bite, if I remember correctly. Oh, well, there it is.
Oh, with a K.
With a K, yeah. We thought we found another error. Here we don't get to ever see the stats for X and 0. They are all question marked out. We do actually have definable numbers through later X games, including the Maverick Hunter Field Guide.
That's not a game.
No, it's not. But later games
It's a
do.
repository of information, though.
It's info. There you go.
That was drawn on a post-it note.
It was probably done on a proper sketch pad.
I was joking.
If it was done on a post-it note, I think it'd look a lot worse. Oh, great, a track I can't play on YouTube. The Q Sound team worked on this game. So this video is probably going to get copyrighted the heck and back.
I'd mute the desktop audio now.
I think I might.
You could do it from there.
I could, but I don't want to. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I have been your humble host. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with a friend. Go watch some of the other MegaManX playthroughs if you missed out on them. You can follow me on Twitter at GavinDragonYT. You can donate to the PayPal screen on your PayPal link on your screen or in the description below. We have a Discord and Telegram art group down there where you can see all the craziness that I'm up to. And once this video gets done processing on YouTube's end, you'll be stuff on your screen to click on. Other than that, I've been your humble host. Good night, everybody.